Hello, and welcome back. We are now back. It is season 2. It is time for even more fun, drama, dark shenanigans. You'll notice a slight change to the overlay, kind of to give the hint of the mood and feel so far for season 2, based on things that have happened at the end of season 1. But we are going to go over, hey all, you know me. I'm at Dirge on Twitter, Praxgorth Thesmiophoria is your friend. See me around here on Twitch, and I am your friendly neighborhood Prax. And I'm going to let my wonderful friends introduce themselves and their characters, and how their characters are feeling 1 week after the end of season 1. So why don't we start with to my left on the overlay. Hi, Pooja.
Hello, everybody. I am Pooja. I am reprising the role of Delme Ferox, probably my most reckless. Is that the word? I don't know. Vivacious character. I don't know. She likes. She doesn't do well with standing still and talking about things, which is an interesting trait to have. But she is currently worried that a boy that she kissed might be turning into a vampire anytime soon. So that's a little concerning. Yep. They'll figure it out. They'll be fine. Yeah.
I'm sure everything will be fine. Absolutely no problems with vampirism whatsoever. Speaking of someone who's working really hard to combat vampirism, hi, Lissa, how are you?
Hi. I love that intro because that's true. Cecilia has been working hard on the burning the midnight oil, as it were, to prevent somebody from becoming a night crawler, which is not quite what they do in this game. But anyway, hello, I'm Alyssa, or Xander Slamilton around the things. I am reprising the role of Cecilia Valent, healer extraordinaire.
Very extraordinaire. All of the fun, all of the fun. And next to Alyssa, the bird with the most, and who we have proven canonically, if you watched the solo flashbacks, humor escapes frequently. Hi, Trooper. How are you? How you doing?
I am Trooper SJP, and I really feel like, people have missed young Russ in his laugh riot with all the hilarity and pranks and good times that was Russ as a young person. I feel like, everybody was like, yeah, you should be a stand-up comedian, Russ. You're like the bird with the most hilarity. That might not actually have been true at all, but it's a good story. I am playing Russ. Russet is his name. He is a Rhyhawk, which is you could say it's like a red-shouldered hawk, but actually they are slightly different beings because they're psychic and right. They're people. They're not animals. And he is a scout and a recruiter for the Sovereign's finest. And he is currently hanging out with this crew of people, all of whom he cares about very much, and dealing with a lot of stress. just not, it's fine. It's just that some people might be turning into a vampire, and some people, I'm not going to say who, but it's Vashard, said, hey Russ, if I turn into a vampire, kill me. And so that's no pressure. Yeah.
No pressure whatsoever for Russ, but I feel like, Lindy, your character's experiencing a lot of pressures at the moment. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right. Rika is having a lot of stress and pressure, I would say, at the moment. There's a lot going on in her mind. I was reading through her notes, and bless her heart. Girl needs therapy. Just some help. Yeah, there's a lot. And now there's people from her past showing up. I'm sure that's not gonna stir the pot at all. It'll be fine. Yeah, I'm playing Ritka Sokolov, and she is from Kern until 5 years ago, and she started impersonating her twin sister. Yeah, it's great. And yeah, people from our past did stuff and things, and Bashard started vampire, and that's really stressing her out. It's, maybe everything will be fine, maybe it won't. We'll find out.
We will find out. We will find out indeed. Speaking of people who are apparently stressing out their friends because they're turning into vampires, maybe. Hi, Simon. How are you?
Hello, I'm Simon at Wandering DM. I am eagerly waiting for those rolls to drop. So I'm playing Vishard, our wolfkin beast friend, who was, bitten last week, in-game last week, by Lady Talis, and is well on his way to become one with the risen dead. And yet everything was going so well at that, lake, fireside camp thing, place. You know what? I had fun for once in my life, and now I'm going to die.
Mm-hmm. That is true. There were things that were positive that Vishard experienced at that
I know, right?
lake. There was
It's
kissing his longtime crush, flirting with his new crush, watching his longtime crush flirt with his new crush.
Wasn't there a lot of going into the lake too?
Yes, there was equal opportunity wet t-shirt contests.
Who all laked?
Hmm?
Who all did the lake?
Ritka and Vishard.
And
But at
Delmy got
different
to watch.
times.
This sounds
Yeah.
good.
Emerging from the lake, just like Casino Royale. It was.
Yep.
Yes, Delmy appreciated the views.
Who didn't?
Russ.
I know.
I mean-
I think Delmy and Cecilia were just sitting there like eating metaphorical popcorn, watching the show.
See, Russ, you went Casino Royale, and I went to a much better place. It's called Dr. No.
Oh yeah, no. But see, you
Oh,
have to have them
wait.
both together.
Nobody went to BBC Pride and Prejudice?
I mean, I
Yeah,
did,
Yeah.
but honestly,
That was my first foray into the
act-
wet shirt out of water scene.
it's all of our first foray into wet t-shirt contests. If you don't know what that is, go look up Colin Firth.
I live in Florida. That was not my first exposure to.
I'm sorry for you.
Like, come to think of it, my first exposure was Dr. No.
Dr. No. I was like, there's wet t-shirt contest and then there's Dr. No. Dr. No, admittedly, I saw first. And
Yeah.
let's if you haven't seen Dr. No, there's a reason Sean Connery will always be my favorite Bond. But that's not what we're talking about tonight. Tonight we're talking about Vishard and the Sovereign's finest making their way south to Aldis. It's been a week since the night at the lake, and then the battle the next morning. The discovery of Fedor and Dmitri and their request for sanctuary. You've finally left the Pavan Weald and are now standing at the border, the tree line. Vishard, you remember this place because this is, 3 years ago you stood here for a different time and at a different point with a different group of friends. You also remember the figure standing in the tree line smirking at you. And you remember now the focus and intensity that figure had on you at the time. And that mask of a skull on black plate armor. Individual standing taller than a normal human. But you never saw who it was. And I think I need to ask, Vishard, what are you feeling in this moment as you approach this location?
How many days since the lake?
7.
Then I feel like his mental state would be reflected by his physical state. Because depending on how well he's survived the disease, or he's still combating the disease, he will either be hopeful, resolved, or maybe hopeless and sad.
Wait, Vishard being sad? That is so unlike him.
Mm.
I feel like Vishard has never been a sad boy. That's weird.
You've never seen Vishard sad.
You've never seen Vishard sad. There's a difference.
I've been happy the whole first season. What are you talking about?
Shard's not emo. What are you talking about?
I mean, yeah, never emo. There's no such thing.
True. But Vishard, at this point, it's been 1 week. You're tired. A little bit more than usual. Not anything
Natural.
Yeah, it's
Dead.
just like no. It's you. It's basically you effectively have one level of fatigue that you can't get rid of. It's that level of malaise when you've had the flu for an entire week and you just don't want to, but you keep going because it's not actually that bad. And as you stand and take this moment to stare and remember that point 3 years ago, others of your party are experiencing their own moments, thoughts. I need you to make a Constitution stamina roll, Vishard.
All right, here we go. Drum roll.
Happy first roll of the season.
8
Ooh,
with
and
5
you-
stun points.
And a failure. Now, because you are being medically treated, you automatically get a second roll each week before your penalty goes into effect.
Oh, I thought it was each day. Oh.
It's once a week.
It's weeks. You at least have
okay.
time.
I thought, yeah, okay. So in my mind, I was like, might already be too late. Oh no, okay.
No.
11. Thank you, Cecilia.
You're quite
Ooh.
welcome.
But 11 is still not good enough. So, the sun, as you break the tree cover of the Pavin Weald, is just a little bit colder. Autumn is fully set in. Instead of the crunch of the trees that you could see, now it is, the leaves have all fallen. It's gray. That heavy gray of late autumn. You now take a second minus to everything.
Awesome.
The rest of you can see that Vishard is, a couple days you've seen him, he looks a little tired. He hasn't been able to run full out the way he usually does. But it's not bad at the moment. Ritka, what are you doing right now?
Unmuting myself. I think Ritka, if it's been a week, she'll have wanted to speak with Dimitri and Fedor a bit, you know, because it's been like 5 years, you know. Probably, you know, maybe they should catch up. There's some questions, you know, that maybe need answering. Or
If
maybe
there are
she'd like
conversations out loud
answers.
between Ritka and some Knights of the Skull, I'm imagine that it would be interesting to just hear them.
Are these conversations out loud, Ritka?
How comfortable do Dimitri and Fedor look after it's been a week? I mean, and I know like Fedor was really wounded, so I imagine he's doing better now.
I mean, Fedor is no longer. Both of them have been medically treated.
Mhm.
Manfrey and Kazmati stayed in the village where Delme and Fashard were from, and they, well, Manfrey informed you that they had been given alternative orders, and they would be seeing you at a later date, maybe. So they had left you. Fedor and Dimitri, Cecilia and Delme both claimed that they were going to help physically, work on healing. So physically they're okay. I mean, much
They're
better.
not 100%, but they're not dying anymore.
No, they're
Yeah.
not dying anymore. Definitely not dying anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But remember how you felt when you first crossed the border?
Yeah, a little, you know, there was some weird, like, corruption sickness stuff going on and things. You know, it's almost like getting fresh air when you've lived in a smoggy place your whole life, and your lungs are like, the fuck do I do with this? Oh, wow, I guess I'll breathe. Ooh, that's a lot of air.
Yeah, pretty much. So, they are recovering. I mean, look, right now they look like they are on the worst levels of withdrawal.
Yeah,
ever.
yeah, she's been there. She's been there, done that.
Their eyes are sunken. Their skin is gaunt. Their hair, that black, rich hair that usually is just falls perfectly against their head, is like, for both of them, is now just that off between not quite oily but just limp.
Yeah. Since they're in that phase, yay, fun phase. Would she think that psychic or verbal communication might be more comfortable for them?
It would be an either for your it
Yeah.
would be your choice.
Imagine hangovers. It's like people probably have a preference of psychic versus verbal comm. Communication. I think. Gosh, does she go psychic or verbal? It'd be a lot. It'd look a lot better if it was verbal, but they may not. She'll try with psychic. She'll try with verbal first. I mean, she'll try with verbal first, and then if it seems like they are getting really uncomfortable, she'll swap to psychic then.
I'm going to be paying attention to see if they go into psychic conversations, and I'm just going to note if they have private psychic conversations. I'm just going to note it. That's all. Just
Okay.
noting it.
Yeah.
Just if it
Sure.
looks like they're, you know, sometimes you're like, oh, girls chat, I see. We don't need to know. They're probably talking about somebody's abs. It's fine. Or murder. But like, you know, if there's some private conversations going on between some Knights of the Skull, I'm just going to note it. Just noting it.
Mm-hmm.
Really interesting. Good to know.
I'm just paying attention to our Knights of the Skull. I'm just paying attention to the vibe, you know, their behavior, what they say, how's it going, and who's taking
Vibe
watch.
checking.
Yeah, I'm vibe checking, like hardcore vibe checking, while I perch on Cecilia's shoulder, or fly around, you know, just vibe checking in a major dad kind of way.
So, Ritka, what do you they haven't been causing problems. Like, right? They have
They've
not,
they've been on their best behavior.
and they willingly surrendered weapons to Vishard. Like,
Wow. Yeah.
Dimitri had
serious.
like a sad face on when he handed over his glaive, but he did it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you remember that, like, there was a running joke about who he appreciated more, the glaive or Fedor, but
Yeah.
Fedor technically
his
wins.
baby. Yeah. Yeah. I get it. So she'll kind of just, as we're walk up, probably like to be between them so she can be caught in the crossfire of conversation, so to speak. Well, how are you two feeling?
Dimitri will kind of like do that, rest an arm around you like and smirk but he's very obviously trying way too hard to play off the fact that he's got the hangover from hell.
Yeah.
Kind of look. It's like,
Yeah.
I've gotten perfectly fine. How are you doing? You look wonderful. I'm a lot better than us. Actually, you cut your hair. I'm not really. This is a new look. I'm interested. It's a good look. I like it. It's a little different.
I was thinking of growing it back out.
I mean, and he'll kind of like lean in, just like, and you can't quite tell if he's leaning on you for support or to whisper the thing. It's that fine line of, he could be doing one or the other. Like, I think it'd be a good look for you.
Yes. Well, I am glad you're feeling so well. I felt like absolute shit for many months after getting to all this. So I get it. You're doing good.
And he kind of like
Water helps.
He rests his head on your shoulder for a moment and then looks at Fedor and then smirks and goes, well, the things we suffer through because our partners make insane choices and we don't want to die.
Yes, I wouldn't know anything about that. But I will take your word for it.
I mean, we could have some fun and we could find out.
You look like shit. You should feel better before you do those kinds of activities.
Why are you right? Fedor, why
Usually
is she
am.
right?
Well, I felt like I should check in. I have some... We've not caught up. My hair is short because I told you maybe... It's been a long time. I had a twin sister when I was very, very young. Very, 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 very young. Went to Aldis. Apparently, she was doing missions on the Carnage border, and it happened, and I've kind of been impersonating her for the past 5 years until about a week and a half ago.
Fedor turns and actually looks at you for the first time and like leans in and goes, "Are you okay?"
I hopefully will be. It's been a lot, but the people are all very much too nice, so that has helped.
Well, until about 3 weeks ago, nobody knew that you were alive, so.
What happened? How did they find out?
We do not know. Her ladyship informed us that you had been successful in your infiltration. And given the return of the Lich King, it was time to contact you again. She then selected a number of appropriate individuals of rank and authority to be the first to greet the Lich King. It was not an experience I recommend.
Yes, she mentioned something about the Lich King, and yeah, so he's not dead apparently either.
I mean, has he ever been dead? I mean, he's been
Well,
living, but...
On living, it's well, it was everyone thought he was dead until apparently a week ago.
Look, there was eating, sucking, soul, body separation, innards, plastic. You remember? And then he'll kind of lean over and in Kurnish say, you remember, oh God, what's his name? Hold on, please. I must get the appropriate... You remember, the time that, the Aldiana had a party and there was discussion of how a spirit could manifest and aside from possession and...
It's the theoretical discussion that...
Yes, and, you know, taking others' bodies and then using them and then exploding outward innards?
Vaguely recall this, yes. That was not a theory.
No.
Oh.
That was apparently...
Messy.
Aldiana decided to showcase the ability of a spirit possession and taught this to... the Lich King, and now Lich spirit possession manifesting into a physical body and trying to bring his body back. It was messy.
Oh. Whose body did they use?
About 6 of our members.
That many. Well, I suppose it is the Lich King.
I mean, I was supposed to be 7.
Oh. Glad you weren't.
I have a thing about my ribcage remaining intact. We've had this conversation.
How did you get out from that?
Russ is going to ping Vashard because Russ does not speak Kurnish. This entire
He does
conversation's
not.
happening in Kurnish.
Yes.
And he's like, doesn't like it.
But it's happening out loud.
Yeah. Russ is just going to ping Vashard and say, do you speak Kurnish? What are they saying? Like, put our psychic connect so that he could translate if he speaks Kurnish.
I don't speak Kurnish. I've only picked up a few words here and there, but
All right.
I can tell them we can offer them mercy in Kurnish. That's practically all I know.
I'm gonna ask Cecilia. She knows everything. I cut off the shard. I ping Cecilia. Cecilia.
It's like you know how like if you catch somebody off guard, they like kind of freak out. Like what's this? It's like you hear the psychic sound of things falling off of tables in her head. Like, oh, what?
You know everything. Do you speak Kurnish?
No, I have an approximate knowledge of most things, but I mean I speak Kurnish, but like my Kurnish is very out of practice.
They're
and
speaking in
mostly
Kurnish right now.
medical text.
No, never mind.
I mean I conversational Kurnish. I mean you learn Are you asking me to spy?
I'm. What are they saying?
She's gonna try to sidle slyly over towards them and like just pretend like she's checking on Dimitri because he's very sick and like coming out of corruption sickness it's a long hard illness and just doing her doing the rounds, but she's listening in with her psychic conversation to Russ and kind of reporting back. But telling the two of them in Alden,
Yeah.
not speaking Kurdish, just I want to come in and see how you're doing. Do you mind if I just do a quick examination? While you can feel free to keep speaking, but
I feel this is a communication deception.
Oh.
What's this? I didn't take lying as a skill? For me, a liar? Well, here goes nothing. Here goes nothing.
Oh, is that? Did you? Wow, a 9. That's real good.
Against that 12.
2 stunt points.
Yeah, but
Not
she
gonna
failed
help
the
you.
roll. They don't
Yeah, I
help you
know.
if you fail
Yeah,
the roll.
I'll help you if you fail.
Dimitri kind of turns and looks at you and plasters a wonderfully flirtatious smile on his face. And then, because he'd still been draped over Ritzka, will overly dramatically fall backwards into you, Cecilia. Thank you, my dear. And he'll bring his hand up around to the back of your head and like
she's gonna swat his hand. She's gonna swat his hand just immediately, just like
if you wanted
I've
to
never
know all
had a
about me,
patient.
you just had to ask. I will happily tell you.
Well, I've never had a patient with your impertitude, and you're just
Rika's trying really hard not to smile, but it's just creeping up on one side. She can't help it a little bit.
I am doing my duty as a healer, and I am not here as your piece of. She's just gonna look at Rika, just blush, and just in the psychic to rush. She's like, I'm not very good at this. Do you mind? What do I do? Help me. This very attractive person that I'm supposed to be taking care of has just flung themselves at me. I'm facing an ethical dilemma, right? I think I'm spending too much time in the girls' chat rush. Don't think I haven't noticed. I've done the examinations, but Russ, help me.
No, I mean, no fraternization, of course. There's no fraternizing. So just.
You're right. You're right. Just.
I can
Brushing
tell
And
you
I think as Cecilia does you're right, but she fixes her up mentally. You just get an eyebrow raise from Ritka.
No. You know that you're right, and you puff yourself up. She kind of forgets that Dimitri's on her chest. It sounds like she's pushing her chest into him.
And thus the eyebrow
Not
raise.
her case.
And
Well, you seem to be doing a lot better than you were the day before.
it is your wonderful, wonderful skills, my dear. You are such a blessing.
Fraternization. Don't do it.
She's just the
You
same
give wonderful attention to your patients.
I believe I'm going to go. And she's just going to push Dimitri off with no strength and just walk slightly away, but still within earshot, but away enough that it's this looks like a disengage. Their back turned.
Everyone else can see Dimitri just kind of straighten up, turn, and do that head tilt as he watches Cecilia walk away, and then turn back to Ritka and Fedor and smirk. And then Fedor just is shaking his head.
There's a little bit of that from Ritka too, but she's gonna smirk while she's shaking her head. Oh, you kind of you haven't changed.
No. You know that Dimitri, well, you know Dimitri better than the others, and you know that he does flirt. But
Yeah.
They flirt. It's fine.
But
But
he doesn't usually do anything other than that because there's Fedor.
big flirt.
Exactly.
So, where were we? Yes. How did you get out of that scenario?
And then Fedor turns and looks at Dimitri and raises an eyebrow, and Dimitri just does one of those where he like looks behind him, like, who are you looking at? What are you looking at? And I don't understand. Everything's fine. We're all great. What's wrong here?
Fine,
And-
everything's fine. How are you?
yeah, everything's fine. How are you? Would you like
Uh-huh,
to?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the Dimitri will just say, you know, it's a real shame that when the Lich King died, they replaced the whole mess of the bodyguards and they aren't really up to your Ritka, they're not even up to Ludmilla's standards.
Oh God, that is shitty standards. That is appalling. That really?
She's still in
I
Kurnish.
offered them drinks and they even took them from me. I feel
What?
insulted.
I hope you poisoned it so that
At least 6 of them, but did you understand? They trusted
they drank
me.
it. Yes, they should not trust anyone. I mean, trust is difficult.
Is this still in Kurnish?
To be so trusting,
Yeah,
probably. Yeah.
probably.
To be
I
so
mean, it's
trusting as
also
to-
that level of. For all 3 of these people, Kurnish is their first language, right?
Yeah. It's much more familiar.
It's much more familiar. And
And these
Dimitri-
P2 haven't been in Aldis for very long. Their Aldin's not amazing.
And I'm sure that they've never spoken to each other in Alden. You know what I mean? This is how they've communicated all their lives. Yeah.
Also, for 2 of them, they're fucked up.
Yeah.
Like Dimitri's
They don't
playing
feel
this
good.
off, but they're well into corruption sickness recovery, withdrawal, and they are. You know, when you feel sick, you automatically go into your first language.
Yeah.
But yes.
I can't believe that they were so trusting to just accept it. Anyways,
Yeah,
I'm
then
glad.
there was much stabbing.
a lot of stabbing. And then I assume wyverns?
No.
Or did you get on foot?
Yes.
That's color me
Look,
impressed.
there was.
It's a long way to the border. That's impressive.
This wasn't at the capital.
Where was this?
A small little town just north of the Icebinder Mountains. There a certain friend of ours, perhaps, died. And they both look at you.
Oh. Well then. Did you? Yeah, I'm not dead.
Uh,
I had a lot going on.
no,
That
I
day
mean,
was
you
a very
not being
bad
dead
day.
is a good thing. I mean,
Yes. I messaged my dad.
Yes.
He said you had visited.
And then Dimitri kind of shuts up and looks at Fedor like, "This is on you. I've done my level
Just
of
trying to
conversation."
figure out the timeline here as to what happened when and what we should be concerned about.
I mean, at this
Also,
point, we should
why
all be
would-
concerned
did you-
about.
Yeah, obviously. There is much to be concerned about, but why did you go speak to my father?
Oh, no, we
Because there
lost
were
Krax?
rumors that you were still alive in Aldis
Ah,
up to a year ago.
ah. A year ago. She's thinking to herself, where was I a year ago? What was I doing a year ago? Nothing by the border. And oh no.
Yeah, I'm just fixing my camera, guys. Sorry,
fine.
give me a second.
Don't worry about it.
Things are being Please pause for technical complications. There we go.
There you
Yay.
are.
There I am. All right. Yes. Up to a year ago, there was some complications. There were rumors that you had been seen near the mountains. And,
I was not near the mountains a year ago, so...
and then Carnage flew away.
Well, that is interesting. At this point, have I heard from Carnage?
And it's this point, Ritka,
Oh, no.
where you kind of took that moment we saw at the end of your flashback where you kind of like opened yourself up to that connection that you've been closed for 5 years. And you hear for the first time in 5 years. We play now? Is time play now? Can we play?
Maybe not play?
Aww.
Where are you?
Soon. Carnage visits soon.
Soon. How soon is soon? Like dinner time soon? Sooner than dinner time? Work trip soon?
Dinner. We should do dinner. Dinner fun time.
Dinner. All right. Well, I am with some very nice people, so I will need you to be on your best behavior.
Carnage, good boy.
You're the best boy, Carnage.
Mm.
Maybe we will figure out dinner. Okay.
Yay, dinner.
Do
Fun
you know
time.
where I am?
We play. Yes, I find.
Okay, and don't tell anyone else.
Yep, secret, super secret, super secret.
Super secret. Yes. All right. I will see you for dinner.
Okay.
And then quietly in Carnage. That was Carnage. He just messaged me.
And both Fedor and Dimitri take 2 giant steps back. Like, because
He
they
said
know
that-
Carnage. They've met Carnage.
Yeah. He said he would be meeting me for dinner time. So around sunset. What time is it?
Dimitri at this point will turn and look to Vishard and say, Mr. In Charge personage, do we have a bunch of cows? Or sheep? Pigs
No.
even?
Why?
I just received a message from Carnage.
Her pampered little Werven child is coming to dinner, apparently.
Oh.
And Dimitri
A
is like,
wyvern?
walking.
Like, we'll catch up the rest of the way later. I feel like I have kind of that look of like we'll catch up the rest of the way later. I feel like I have some explaining I need to do now.
Fedor is
but
kind
like
of standing
a good talk.
around, like waiting to see if you need assistance. But Dimitri is like, this
I'm
is...
out.
I'm out.
Is there a place to hide nearby?
I mean, technically, you're still just at the tree line. You haven't gone into the full plains yet.
What time of day is it? How close to sundown? How long do we
I
have?
mean, maybe let's say midday.
Okay. It won't be till around sundown, most likely. He said he would find me. We have a connection.
How likely is Carnage to try to eat Whisper?
If I say not to eat something, he will not eat something.
Okay. And that's true even all these years later?
Well, I would like to think so.
Good comfort, Ritka.
It
What's
has been 5 years, but we have been together for gosh, how many years would it have been? She was 150 as a Skull Knight, so
I would say at least 100, right?
it's been, I mean, yeah, at least probably like 115, something like that. Like, you know,
Yeah.
after you, yeah. Well, we were together for 110 years before we took a break for the last 5. So, I would like to think that that counts. That is the majority of the time. I mean, when it's been that long, 5 years is like a very long vacation.
But you know, if we could, we're all here believing that you have changed in the last 5 years, so Carnage might have too. That is a possibility.
Apparently, he flew off a year ago, and I look at Fedor for this one like, you have it. You were saying before it was interrupted.
And Fedor like changes languages to Alden to be
Polite, yeah.
to be polite. And he's a Vata Shah. He and Dimitri are both Vata Shah. Very dark charcoal, but it's now paler, gray, long silverish hair. Apologies. This is not my first language. Carnage left year ago, or we were told a year ago that Carnage left. So.
And he was seen over the Icebinder Mountains?
He was staying near there.
Alright.
Do you have a fail-safe with Carnage? Like, what if Carnage decides to go on a rampage?
I mean, he did have a very rampaging period of his life, but that was when he was still in his, like 50s. He calmed down. He calmed down a bit, a lot, a decent bit after, like 75. So,
Russ just puts up a little connection with the shard solo. Says, I'm gonna go scouting.
Be careful, it's a wyvern.
Yeah. So I'd like to see it before it sees me. You may not know this, but I'm probably quite tasty. And like Vashard hops off of Cecilia's shoulder and heads up into the sky, because we're talking about like Vashard.
I would like to say that Russ is not bite size. Russ is significantly smaller than bite size.
Russ is like seasoning that you'd put on.
Yeah,
Russ
some of
likes to make himself feel good.
No, Russ isn't even a potato. He's like the crumbs at the bottom of the potato chip bag.
Can I at least
That was
be a
exactly what I was
crouton?
gonna say.
Wait, can I at least be a crouton? Come on.
Like
Nah.
those tiny croutons at the bottom of the bag.
No.
Yeah,
You're
but
not
yeah,
even that. You might be like the sprinkling of Parmesan cheese on a single piece of pasta.
Now I want a snack.
Hey,
I'm just a
but
big
Russ,
boy.
you are not shredded or grated Parmesan. You are shaved Parmesan.
Thank you. Russ, keenly aware that people like
You're
wyverns might
probably
want
not on Carnage's meal radar.
to. Yeah, we'll see. So Russ is gonna go and like do some Overwatch, because this conversation is great. And
Yeah.
Russ is just gonna be, in the sky, connected to Vashard in case, Vashard needs to tell him something.
If you would like, I can go ahead or stay behind a bit to meet with Carnage and see how he's doing. He seemed very excited to see me.
Do you want to stay by yourself with the wyvern you haven't seen in 5 years that God knows where he's been and who he's been involved with?
I raised Carnage from an egg. If he kills me, I die. That is how I go.
Well, then let me say this a different way. Do you want to be alone with Carnage, or do you want friends?
Does not matter to me. He will be very happy to see. I would not stand very close to me. He can get very excited. Maybe stand
That's
like
fair.
a bit a ways, but you can. I mean, be there. That should not be a problem.
So, if you're going to send the others ahead, perhaps it's best to go in pairs, you know, if you're going to split up. And Delmay can have a chance to be head healer on our corruption sickness patients for a bit. Don't make that face, you're ready. There's not much you actually have to do for corruption sickness.
You just
It's
have
a
to
waiting game.
wait it out. Yeah,
Yes, it's
very,
a waiting
it
game and a
sucks.
comfort game.
Okay.
And
It's
you'll
great.
be able to check if the corruption gets worse. You have,
Hydration's important.
you'll be fine,
Drink lots
Delmay.
of water.
Okay.
I think you have to sweat it out. I feel like that's you. I did a lot of sweating.
That's a side effect of corruption sickness, yes. Definitely a major symptom.
Well,
I just felt like I should let you all know before he showed up.
Oh, yes, good. Great.
Delmay,
do either Fedor or Dimitri. So I just, as a question, what language is Old Vatazine again?
What?
Old Vatazine or Vatazan?
It's a pre-Empire language, so it's Alden. Neither Fedor nor Dmitri would speak it.
Okay, I was wondering if it had anything to do with being Vata'an or Vatasha. So that's why I was curious if anyone.
So within the setting, technically
Oh,
Vatasha
shit.
don't exist before the shadow sorcerer kings come and like decimate the old population, the old Alden, and it's a Vatasha and Vata'an are a split, and even more technically, Vatasha is a genetic anomaly that occurs mostly in Kern, and people are pretty sure, like allegorically, that it's caused by like the Lich King and other sorcerer kings' evil experiments into sorcery on captured Vata.
Okay. Makes sense.
Oh, and Vishard does speak Kurnish. He's just
I
out
thought
of
he
practice.
Yeah.
But you know, it's the corruption going. I don't feel like translating right now.
I
It's
think
why
that's what
Russ
it is.
It's
You
the
have a
reason
good
why-
excuse.
it's the
Well,
reason- Russ
what
asked
was
Vishard because Vishard clearly, as a soldier who like spent his entire life wanting to murder people from Kern, would might know some of the language.
I
Also,
actually,
what was probably happening at that time was that like
I think
Delmay
Vishard
was
and Ritka have
studying.
spoken Kurnish before to each
Yeah.
other.
Well, Delmay was probably focused on Vishard to like make sure, like see how he's doing and all this stuff. And so when Russ is like, "Can you translate?" Vishard might have been like, "I'm busy right now, buddy. Like,
I'm busy.
I'm getting doted upon."
I'm busy. Wink.
Well, I mean, they're all right there.
But meaningful eye contact and all of the other like
Yeah.
preamble to the good stuff is
Yes.
still the good. I mean, it's still the good stuff. But
It's
you know
all
what I
the
mean.
good stuff. They're still like tiny and awkward, or they're at that phase.
Vishard and Delmay, can you both make me awareness check? Perception seeing or perception hearing, either one.
Can
don't get to use my
Can
eyeballs.
Whisper roll too?
Yes, Whisper and Asen can both roll.
Aw.
nothing at the moment. for
Hold
both.
Hold on. Whisper's coming. You said seeing?
Or hearing.
Whisper got a 14.
Asen gets a 15.
Yeah, we're pretty much all, preoccupied by other stuff.
Well, Vishard and Delmay might be preoccupied with some other complications. Possibly stressing about the report of Carnage making an appearance. Other things that are going on. Dimitri's overacting. Lots of things to be interested in. But Asen and Whisper, Asen first, and then Whisper both turn kind of like there's a half beat where Asen does it first and then Whisper follows and just kind of does that not quite pointer thing where they look and with their nose in the air at the tree line. And then there's a ear flick from Asen. And then, like, Asen does a full-on, like, puppy dog smile tongue loll thing that dogs do. And there's a sharp bark. Remembering, of course, that most wolves don't bark until, except for communication. And only communication within packs. So that would get your attention, Vishard.
What is it, boy?
I don't see anything on Overwatch, yes?
Nothing from the air. Friend. Big friend. Hug friend.
Hug friend?
Yeah,
Okay.
at that, Vishard would probably stop looking and scanning the sky.
And Delme will get up and go to Whisper.
Yeah, Asen is kind of sat down and is like looking at the tree line expectantly. Whisper is a little more concerned, but is kind of following Asen's like body language kind of thing.
Okay.
We haven't had Hug Friend in forever. And I'm just gonna follow, like, I suppose Asen is either smelling or looking in one direction.
Yes, he is. Basically at the tree line.
So I think I'm going to say to everyone, just remain here a moment. I'll be right back.
What is it? What's going on?
Delme's about 5 feet behind him because she's not letting him wander off alone while he's
Thank you.
sick.
I think I know what's going on. It's not a wyvern.
Wait, I don't. You can
Don't
see
worry.
Russ.
You're
flying
in
back.
the air, right, Russ?
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
Russ has like no idea what's going on because
Yeah.
he's like
Russ, I'm telepathically. I'll just say, Russ, it's all right. I got it. Don't worry.
Delme's still coming with you, buddy.
Got-
But she's letting you lead. She's a polite distance away. It's not exactly like the parent letting their kid go, but it's kind of like just in case anything goes wrong, you aren't feeling so well, but I don't want you to feel like you're not well.
Russ
Kind of
has
the
no
way
idea what's
your-
going on, but
Kind
does
of the way
see.
your pupper would go behind
Yeah.
you if you walked off somewhere. They'll just come to be like, maybe, okay, I can see them. They're okay. We're good.
Russ sees that Delme is following Vishard, has no idea what's going on, but it's like, well, at least he's not alone. Like, like continues to fly.
So yeah, I'll head out towards where Asen was looking.
You can, if you break into the tree line, you can now hear the sounds. And you recognize them. Or at least the general sounds. And based on Asen's reaction, you could probably bet the specific sounds.
Mm-hmm. I think if I recognize the sounds, Vishard having been a little, on the melancholic side for the last 2 days, almost maybe the last week, I think that all changes and he takes off into a sprint.
Delme follows.
It's not long. Maybe 10, 15 yards beyond into the trees, into the woods. At this point, Delme, what you see is a very large, for comparison's sake, picture an American brown bear. Break the tree line and full-on body tackle Vashard.
Yeah. I think Vashard, actually, it's Vashard tried to body tackle a giant ass bear
And then
and failed.
Failed.
I think Delmay automatically pulls out her, pulls her staff forward, but she's not going to attack anything because that's not her first instinct upon seeing an animal. But she's just going to have it out and then watch. What does she see? Like, where is Vashard compared to Bear? Is Vashard smushed into dust? Is Vashard laughing? Like, what's going on?
No, Vashard is actually laughing. He says as he rushes to the bear, like, "Hey, big guy, come here!" And he then gets mauled in a friendly way.
Yeah, not a lot of mauling is going on. There aren't any claws. There's just very large bear
hugs.
But a 2-ton bear is going to be heavy as fuck.
Vashard, are you okay?
He'll just turn to Delmay, still like hugging on to probably just like a leg of the front leg of the bear, and say, "Oh, Delmay, this is Ragnar," and like he ruffles his chin, like he's not really dangerous. Come on.
Okay. Delmay will come up to say hi to Ragnar because she is she's a beast master. She's not afraid of beasties.
Ragnar is. Let me see. I need to check one thing on the character sheet for Ragnar. Ragnar is like sense, and then just kind of like sits down, not on Vashard, but next to, and then kind of like leans forward and then just kind of does that little bear wave.
Yeah. Oh, cutie. I love it. I think Delmay will ask Vashard, how long have you been without Ragnar?
It's been, I don't look up to Ragnar. 7, maybe 8 years now.
Oh.
It's been some time. No, actually, it's more than that. Ragnar never followed me when I left with for the finest.
Well, he's a cutie.
He's a big boy.
I think Delmay will definitely come up and allow Ragnar to sniff her and see how it goes, and if he's willing, give him some scritches, but kind of follow Vashard's lead on because I don't think Delmay has much one-on-one contact with bears. So wolves, dogs, like those things she's good at, but we're talking about a different kind of beastie here, so she's gonna let Vashard guide her and as to like where do bears like scritches and things like that.
Ragnar is friendly.
Cute.
Yeah. Behind the ears, under the chin, type of thing.
All right, Delmay does that and say, would Ragnar want to come say hi to everybody else?
Oh, he will. All
right.
Any reason why you're here, big guy? And like he holds him, like he would do like the thing with the cheeks, like pinching the cheeks, but like on a bear scale.
Cutie.
Do you open a psychic connection with Ragnar?
Yeah, if I need to talk to him, yeah.
I mean, that's the question. Is like, if you're asking him why he's here, are you asking him, or are you opening the psychic connection at the same time?
Shoot, wait. I have a psychic connection open with Russ at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I will invite Ragnar in.
It's my connection. Can you do that?
Yeah. Or do I have to like put it on hold?
If it's a true party line, I think anyone can add somebody.
I don't know if that's how that works. I think what you would just do is drop our connection, because you can just drop out and then rebuild.
Plus, you probably dropped out. Didn't you drop out to talk to Asen anyway? When Asen said it was
No,
friend?
I spoke out loud to
But Asen talked to you in your brain and said hug friend.
That's true. So I would have dropped out of it.
Yeah. I see how you are.
Ragnar would tell you Ragnar would tell you that he smelled you. And you smell different. And the scary bad are back in the forest.
I think that's the moment when Vishard becomes once again back to his regular old dour and emo self. And we'll just look straight at Ragnar. Where did you see the big bat?
Here, near. Goes boom.
Did you see any?
Just smell.
Okay. We'll keep an eye out. Thanks for coming out of your cave.
I slept good.
And don't worry about me smelling weird. We're going to the stone city, the stone forest. Getting me better.
I go with.
It's gonna be outside of the forest.
I go with.
All right, not like I can try to push you out of it.
And you just get this very like firm nod of like, yes, you can't, because I weigh more than 4 times your weight.
So I think yeah, I think Vishard will turn to Delme and say, do you want to go? Gonna climb on him? Gonna ride Ragnar back to the group? He can.
Yes.
Ragnar, you mind?
Yes.
This is Delme. You remember Delme, right?
She nice.
Well, I told him about you.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, timing wise, this has got to you've had to have met Ragnar not like very soon after Delme left.
After you left, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah. If he came by, might have honestly like, if I don't know, if he had anything Delme gave him, then Ragnar might not be unfamiliar with.
No, he would have. Ragnar only know of you.
Okay.
Is what I should have said. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Delme will approach, and is Vashard climbing first?
Oh no! It's all you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think Whisper probably like gives a little doggy brow raise or like a head tilt of the Mom, are you sure you know what you're doing? But Delme's going. No, Delme's gonna ride the bear. Yeah, that's happening.
And as we return with a new bear friend, return of an old bear friend, and Russ circling high, trying to make sure that everyone's safe from perhaps the return of a old wyvern friend.
Everyone's safe from everything, really. Just anything, everything.
Uh-huh. Cecilia,
Yes.
you've just had that small moment of the voice in your mind again.
Oh, is it back?
Yes.
Lovely.
Raoul, apparently.
Yeah, that's what it says anyway.
And as it fades and we see the return of Vashard and Delme riding Ragnar back across the tree line into the group, there's just this moment of stillness before, Cecilia, you feel this heavy psychic weight push down on your mind again. And that's where we're going to go for a break for the afternoon evening. So we'll be back soon. Refresh yourselves, go get yourself some dinner,
Feed your cats.
feed your cats, check on your dogs to see what they're upset about, all of these
Eat
fun
up your
things.
food.
Frantically wonder if there's any other Indian places open when your favorite place is already closed.
Oh no!
Mood. We'll see you all in a few minutes. Bye, everybody. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We hope you are refreshed, that you have partaken of the various drinks that you require, have some snacks, are ready for the question of the hour. We're going to fast forward time just a little bit to the night, as night is approaching and the sun is setting. You now have 2 wolves, a bear, 2 extra Kurnish Knights of the Skull, former Kurnish Knights of the Skull, Delme, Russ, Cecilia. The question becomes, do you proceed on, or were you going to wait here at the tree line for your expected friend and dinner guest?
I trust y'all on the strategy around waiting for Carnage, but question before we do that strategy, am I still, how long did the psychic weight, is it still hanging on me?
No, you just felt it for a moment, and then it left.
Okay.
But it's something you haven't felt in almost 10 years now?
Yeah, it's probably been about 10 years.
It's been 7 days since the end of season 1.
Yep.
Have we gotten back any hit points?
No, you would have. You full rests.
Yeah, we're full.
Or you would probably be at full by now.
Okay. I'm just wondering because
Plus we were mega
each
low.
long rest is 10 HP plus your constitution. So
We've had 7 of those.
you've had 7 days, so that
Okay.
should be at least 70 hit points.
which is not at all what I have.
Yeah. 7.
So, you had that brief moment, Cecilia, of that psychic weight upon you. What do you all decide to do?
I'm on Overwatch. This thing is going to come. I want to see it before it gets here.
Do we just want to camp the tree lines then? And like just stay where we are?
I think that makes sense.
Rick
I-
leaves it to y'all. Because
I
Yeah.
have something to say. Everyone, this is Ragnar.
Ragnar
this is
waves.
Everyone.
hello, Ragnar.
Second order of business. Ragnar is coming with us to Aldis. I don't think any of us can say no because he's stronger than all of us, probably combined.
By far. Plus he's very cute.
Very cute.
Third, we're going to Aldis. Ritka, I don't think Carnage can come with us to Aldis.
Probably not, but I should probably find out what he's been doing. Tell him where to go.
Then in that
Do-
case, oh, no, go ahead.
So go ahead.
In that case, the safest. I can't believe I'm going to say that. The safest a wyvern could be is far away from civilization, which is about right here.
Will we be alert if any locals see Carnage? We need to make sure that doesn't happen, or else reports will get back to Aldis, and we will have a very big problem on our hands, right?
He's a little hard to miss. Although it's almost night. That might. There's some clouds. How cloudy is it?
I mean, it's pretty. I mean, it's not full overcast, but it's also not full moon. So
To Vishard, single line. Yeah, I'm ready to connect you to the first whenever you want to make your report. You know. Just let me know and I'll connect you.
Well, important question. where we are in the tree lines, do we know of any caves or anything nearby that would perhaps be big enough for a wyvern to hide out?
Delmay's concern is
For a
just
big boy.
normally when people look up and see a wyvern in the sky, they
Mhm.
panic.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess he's coming for dinner, so hopefully the sun's already down, but still.
I mean, there isn't really a village close to where you are.
Good.
It's it's not close to where you are. It is perhaps you know, the closest village is the village you know that you and you left a week ago.
Okay.
So, and it's another 2-3 days to the closest village outside of the Pavin Weald into the plains. So, you know, theoretically you could get by without being seen.
It's possible, but you just want to be careful.
I guess I suppose my concern is we can't bring a wyvern to Aldis. We can't bring Carnage with us, but I don't want to waste any more time than we have to being outside the city when Vashard's fang sickness is still very much with us.
Of course,
Mhm.
understandable.
Because all of the things that, you know, I can do whatever I can now to help, but I can't do a whole lot without the full range of access to research and care. You know, road medic can only do so much with a gaping wound, but the underlying things.
Ritka, is there a reason why Carnage would need to come into the city with us?
Only if the finest I want him there, I guess. I know no reason particularly. He's been in cities before. It's just not
But,
all in cities.
I guess, I mean, if he's been living alone, he might want to continue to live alone and just coming by to say hi, right?
The theory?
So I guess
Russ is going to connect everybody into a party line right now. It's like, all right.
Everyone?
No,
Everyone?
not
You
party.
just said,
everyone.
how
I
dare
mean-
you exclude
It's
people after
connecting the
saying you're gonna
party
invite
into the party
everyone.
line.
The party. Some people are not members of our party. That's all I'm saying. Gonna just, you know, see if I can get that going. What is that? Oh no!
No,
I try.
it fails.
Yeah, I try to bring everybody together and I can't. I'm like,
Do you want me to? Does he like just ping Cecilia and be like, "Can you make a party line?"
like you like. I imagine Cecilia knows Russ well enough that Russ sort of like comes right and like perches, and you know that like Russ fluffs like Russ is gonna do the thing, and then like there's this
All
like
right.
a sort of distressed as it doesn't go.
I'll make the party line.
Russ has the something to say look on his face.
Yep, that works. That time it works.
We got us all in.
Oh, hello.
Didn't work. Sorry, I don't know why.
Perhaps your feathers are a little ruffled.
That's a joke.
Yes, I'm trying to diffuse the situation with a little humor.
I don't like jokes. That was funny though.
High praise, and I take it.
We're in trouble.
What?
Why?
We've got a wyvern, 2, let's say, defected Knights of the Skull. 3, technically. And we're, one of whom is best friends with Lady Talis, according to Lady Talis. She seems to think that you two are still buddies. and she likes to say it out loud.
I think that was sarcastically.
I don't know. Or I don't know. I've never met the
I
woman
did
before.
stab her a lot, and that was not something I ever dared do before. So
That's true. There was a lot of violence.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I want to take the word of a vampire over the word of somebody that we've come to know and share bonds with.
Oh, I'm not taking her word. I imagine she's doing some sort of underhanded thing. But what I'm saying is that's what she's saying here. Who knows where else she's saying and spreading things. We're about to go into Alden. We got to know what sort of words or comments are being put out there and to whom. We know she's got agents around. Who knows what they're saying? So all I'm saying is when we go in there, we have to be aware. She's been in an entire village for who knows how long, doing who knows what with what kind of villagers. We don't know what's going on there. And I just think we need to be aware that there's more than one way to try to undermine a unit.
Mm-hmm. And when we get close, I can always call my mom and see what she's heard and if there's anything we need to be concerned about, because even with all the strange time jumping, my mom at least has been someone we can trust. And just to kind of flash back to last season, did who said that Delme was the reason for the time jumping? And who knows about that?
Only you.
Okay.
And it was not Lady Talis who told you that.
Was your weird friend?
No, it was the manifestation of a god in your mind.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
Right.
Cool.
Right.
Cool. Yes.
And as we all know, gods don't lie.
Nope.
Right.
Right.
Delmay's never talked to a god before that. And B, so she has no reason to doubt that. But also,
beg to differ.
Are you saying Vashard is a god?
I mean, have you seen his abs? I'm just saying.
Yes. Well.
Okay, all right. I forgot about that. I do need to. Delby does need to have that conversation with somebody.
I'm just saying that if you could ask your mother, I'd like to know. I don't like surprises.
God, it's been so long. I'm sorry. Did the god also say something about Russ and Mom? Like, I feel like, does Delme know about Mom and Russ? Is that a thing?
That somebody was watching you? No,
her mom has talked to Russ. Okay.
Your mom said something about it, but not the god.
Yeah. The mom did, right? So I was like, okay. And you're friends with my mom, right, Russ?
No.
She did bring you up before.
That's strange. I've never met the woman.
Have you spoken to her?
I just said I've never met the woman.
Russ, you talk to plenty of people without meeting them. That's what this whole thing is, right?
It's not really how it works, but it's fine. No, I've never spoken to your mother. Why are you asking?
She mentioned you.
Why did she mention me?
I don't remember.
Russ is being as grumpy as he is.
No, I know, but
she specifically mentioned the fact it's like, have you been listening to Russ? Has he been taking care of you?
Right. Yes.
And I think she also said that she was upset that he wasn't keeping you safe. Like she's like,
yes,
I think he's letting you hang out in like with vampires.
Did tell her about the.
You told her about truth or drink.
Truth or drink.
No, there was the whole vampire thing, right? And like,
no, it was always the vampire thing. It was the vampire thing, and it was like, why is Russ letting you hang out with vampires? What? Why?
And the big portal, like in the big portal, like why is
the window noodling?
It's like, why is Russ letting you get away with this?
Trying to eat her.
Yeah.
She might have mentioned that you were supposed to be taking care of me or watching out for me or something, which is very strange to say about someone you've never met, Russ.
That's interesting.
Why would you need to watch me?
You know,
I mean, besides the fact that I'm fabulous and do stupid things, but why would you need to watch me?
I have a quick question. It's protocol. Why are we talking about this when we're talking about traveling into Alden and rumors and the well-being of Ritka? And I mean, it seems like a distraction to the main point.
What I think it is you changing the subject, Russ.
No, it sounds to me like you were changing the subject.
It
No, I
sounds like
think
a little
Ritka's
bit of
fine.
both.
Ritka, do we need to talk about this right now, or are you okay with me asking Russ why
Well,
he's
you were
watching
asking
over
about
me?
the security of the line of your talking to your mother, in which case, if for sure,
Well, we
knowing
brought
her
up
would
my
be
mother as a
pertinent.
source.
Yes.
Yeah. My mom
The
is a source of
connection.
information,
Mhm.
sure, but apparently not one that just I know.
So, what is our plan about this whole situation with us walking
But
in
always
with
ask your
three?
mother how the capital feels about the wyverns.
I think that's a good idea. Well, I think actually, maybe if you wanted to speak with your mother about if she's heard any rumors.
That would be a
Or
good
you
idea.
Hmm.
Tell me, I think it should come from you, though.
Yeah, I know. I just don't like feeling like a 12-year-old again. I don't need a babysitter. I have Whisper. She's already watching my back. Although I guess
don't
I'm
need a
her mom.
babysitter. I have a whisper. I like that. I already have one.
Okay, Delme is not stupid enough to think she can make it out on her own.
Oh no, I love it. I just loved the attitude there. I don't need a
Yeah.
babysitter. I have a whisper.
We all know who's actually keeping Delme alive. And it is Whisper. Okay, do we want to wait until we've seen what Carnage expects and then call my mother? Give some time for what Lady Talis's plans might be to reach Aldis if it is rumor?
I don't know what she's up
Ready?
to right now, and I don't like it.
I mean, I know this sounds crazy, but I have to say it. Is it worth either Vashard or Ritka reaching out to her?
I don't think we should risk that right now.
I mean, she could have just killed us.
That's part of the distressing part. Seems like she was playing.
She
likes
was
to do
playing
that.
with us, so I mean, I don't.
I don't know if we want to sacrifice the integrity of our friends for that kind of recon.
Hmm.
Oh, you
Also-
think she could turn a phone call or a communication into turn it back on them?
It's already happened. She completely went through Bashard's mind, knowing everything that he knows about all the rest of us.
Well, and that's the thing. If she that's
You
what
just
I'm
need
saying
a
is if
psychic
she wanted to
connection
do it,
to
she could do it
establish-
now.
If you establish a psychic connection with someone, that's all you need generally for some certain sorceries.
But
And I
she
think
did it
we've already
without calling too. Like without, she can do it. What my point is, she can do that at any time she wants to.
Question
She
is,
wants
what's
to
her
launch another
game?
psychic attack. She will.
But let's not invite it.
Yes, I think that's the point. We don't want to invite it.
So here's the thing.
I have a question for all of you.
Psychic shield
Mhm.
is up, yes.
Of course.
was
After
that?
everything we've been through.
No, that wasn't a question.
Oh no.
That was an assumption I made. Since you were staying in the same general location, is that my understanding? At the tree line, not going beyond.
I think so.
At about this point in the conversation, Ragnar, Aeson, and Whisper will knock down Vishard, Cecilia, and Delme, and then kind of Ritka. And then kind of do that lie on top of animal hide thing.
Oh.
Oh,
And Ritzka, Fedor and Dmitri both kind of collapse sideways.
Russ takes the sky.
Okay.
Just like whoosh.
Russ, you can roll me a perception of your whatever kind of perception you think is appropriate in this moment.
Russ defaults to eyeballs.
Mhm.
It's the
Good
default.
one. That's a good one. I respect perception eyeballs, dude.
Let us do a little bit of seeing. As it just immediate, like just like pop to the sky because something's happening. 18.
It is not a wyvern. You see.
Oh no.
You don't see anything above you in the sky or even through the tree line or above the trees or the open plains on one side. You can tell, Russ, that Aeson, Ragnar, and Whisper are concerned for the humans that they know
Mm-hmm.
and are attempting to protect said humans as best they can. But you are not able to see anything at the moment.
Next go round, I'll switch my perception to another one. But we're like it's like the what do you call it? Like when you have multi
Lenses?
goggles.
Yeah.
Yes. Like this one, nope. This one, yeah.
I think Delme will immediately try to do mind reading on. She doesn't want to drop out of the line because she's talking to everybody here, but she does need to talk. She does need to figure out what the critters have seen. So,
are you trying to add Whisper to the network?
I don't know. Can I do that?
I don't believe so. This is also a person network. Like I've sort of placed it for people's. So
Yeah. That's
yeah,
what
but
I
it's
don't
not
think it would
yours.
work.
It's Cecilia's.
it
It's
is Cecilia's
Cecilia's.
network. That is correct.
It's Cecilia's network, and
I don't think
Delme
I.
can because she has psychic arcana. Vishard cannot because he just has animal connection from his skills.
Okay. Well, then I would like to add in at least Aeson and Whisper.
But it's not your connection.
That is not my
You
connection.
didn't start the call, yeah.
Can I add Whisper even though I don't have like any animism on my psychic?
I don't think so.
No, you need
No.
animism. You need a
Need
psychic
both.
Yeah, I don't-
animism.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
have
then
animism
Delme's gonna
related.
drop. Delme's dropping out and going to start talking to. Well, I guess because she does have extra communication bonuses with wolves specifically.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna get both the good puppers into a call. And so, do I just do psychic contact for that?
Yes, it would be psychic contact. Technically with your animism focus, but yes.
Why won't it let me click it? It won't let me click. Oh, right, I'm on the wrong page.
I think you just like need a 9 if you're bringing in 2.
Yeah,
it's like a
you
base
need,
7.
You need a 9. It's a base 7. You need a 9.
Yeah.
It's like +1 for
just-
each person who's in the actual space where you're at.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the roll. So, okay, here we go. It's not animal summoning, it's psychic contact. Here we go. And then it's a +1 for wolves.
Okay, so 12 plus 3 is 15, plus 1 is 16. You are more than fine.
Okay. What is it? What do you see?
Smell bad, bang. And Aeson,
known danger?
Whisper doesn't know. Whisper doesn't know what it is. She cannot be more articulate at the moment.
Yeah,
Aeson, Asen will give you an image. It's a single image of dark figures, excruciating pain momentarily, and then explosion of said figure into shrapnel.
Delme will be describing the visions as Asen is showing them, but out loud. Softly, but like given that they're all on the ground and Ritka's half on the ground, she's not gonna have to like, yell it out. But she is gonna say it's not good. Asen knows what it is, and then we'll just describe these figures, pain, explosion. I don't know if that strikes anything into Vashard.
Oh, Vashard can recall them vividly.
The ninjas.
They weren't ninjas. They're not secret assassins from 17th century Japan.
Current assassins.
Oh, goody.
Shit. And I'm gonna look back over to Fedora and Dimitri like, did they fall over because they got hit by something? Or
You
Can I
can
tell?
go make a you can see how they're doing.
so would that be a perception eyeballs?
Yes, but they're going to be at a -1.
That's
No,
fine.
you all have dark vision. Never mind. Or no.
17. 6 stone points.
Yes, they both got hit by something.
Fedora and Dimitri have been hit by something.
They're
goodness.
seem to still be breathing, but
They're breathing for now. I'm not sure how long. If it was that fast, probably poison. That's just a guess. But they were back better HP wise, but they were corruption illnessy. So great. All right. The saves right now. Yeah. Yep.
Fair.
Oh no.
Did
With those
so
6
we didn't
stunt
feel
points,
anything attack us or go past us, right? No.
Knowing.
I-
Oh no, go ahead.
just have put with the upper hand, so that way now that we know assassins and that they've been hit, just a little bit of an initiative bonus if we go into initiative, which seems likely. So that's cool. That's
So-
all.
Knowing what I know of them, having fought them
Oh.
years earlier, but I remember kind of how they operated when they were when I was in that homestead, right?
Mhm.
Would you say would you say that would translate into a bonus to a perception check?
I would say yes. You could get a +2 to counteract
Cool.
that -2 that you have right now.
Awesome. So that's going to be a 14 with 5 stunt points, but that's not enough, I bet.
You scan visually around. You know what you're looking for. You know how they operate. That kind of hint of darkness. It's that dark obsidian blackness. Entirely opaque face masks. Somehow even more disturbing for even the failed attempts at humanity that it looks like. Well, if you see them. And you do see 2 making their way through, approaching towards you.
How far away?
Maybe 20 yards. Assuming
Would-
that you kind of separated yourselves, 10, 15 feet from Fedora and Dimitri when you went into the party line.
Mm-hmm. would I have enough time to like snap an arrow and fire at one of them?
Let's roll for it.
I see if I
Roll
start doing an
what?
arrow, can I eat a javelin?
Whether or not you go, whether they get to hit you first.
Because I can ready as a free action
Oh,
on
you
my
can ready.
turn.
You can ready as a free action. So
Yeah, because I have
yes.
quick reflexes, so I can
Yeah.
grab my bow, like have my bow out and everything.
Yep. Go
for
ahead.
free. Okay. So I'm still sick, so that's gonna suck. So how does conviction work again?
Conviction. One conviction lets you re-roll. It can
Reroll,
also.
that's true.
It can also help you survive death.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's overrated. I figure I don't have time to aim.
You do not have time to aim. The fact that you can make this roll.
So it's just I'm gonna fire a warning shot in their general direction.
I mean, to be fair, that's more the dice than your penalty on this one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a warning shot so that everyone else in the party knows, the general direction where they are.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I do.
Cool.
I mean, at that point, I'm standing up because I have a longbow, so I can't really shoot from prone.
I mean, Ragnar would kind of like, the minute you went to go move to get up, would let you up because Ragnar trusts you.
Of course.
Hey, Ritka.
Yeah, that hits.
Cool.
It might have
This
been.
small, slightly curved blade, just long enough to be the length of a forearm, comes out of the darkness at you.
Yeah. The question is, does it get through my armor?
Hold on, please. I need to make sure I have the right stats. Come here, thingy. I moved things around, so I lost things. So excuse me for a moment. Sorry.
You good? You good? I'm just gonna get stabbed. We good?
There we go.
Be fine. Cause you know what? My buddy's gonna show up, and it's gonna be great, maybe. Or was it all a ruse? One of the two.
For 9 damage.
1 point gets through.
And then, Delme, Cecilia, what would you like to do?
Delme is going to kind of stay low to the ground, since she doesn't know what she's facing or what it is, except scary explodey people. She is going to cast Ward. And so that what that will do is it can affect an area around me with a radius equal to my level times 5 feet. So she wants to go ahead and do that. Although it's gonna be real fun because I believe. Oh no, she has ward from psychic. Okay, so that's not wild magic, so we should be okay. Let's see, what do I roll though? Let me get my powers up. And
Yep. So go ahead. You've got ward up on yourself. Is that it?
It creates a ward around me for my 40 feet.
Okay, so
With
40
a 40
feet.
foot radius.
All right, 40-foot
Yeah.
radius around you. That actually will affect everyone.
Sweet.
That will affect everyone. Cool.
Except-
Cool.
Russ. Unless Russ is within.
No, Russ is high.
Russ is high.
Cecilia.
Well, Delmay had
You're
taken
fine.
my my plan of ward, which is good. That's very good. I will, however, I have to pull up the exact wording of it, but I am going to do enhancement, I believe, as my.
Do I have to roll fatigue on this?
Oh, I
You do.
don't think
You always need to roll fatigue.
Okay.
I don't remember if.
I don't know what the number is, but that's a high roll.
I'm getting the spell chapter really fast because I thought ward didn't have.
It does says fatigue test result.
Because some don't, like, you don't need a fatigue
like
for
s-
psychic contact.
Yeah, like some of them don't, and I thought ward didn't have a fatigue on it, but I could be mistaken. Oh wait, that's the sorcery chapter. I don't want that. That's
Are
not
you
what we're doing.
sure?
That's not what we're doing
You
here.
need to,
We're
the
doing
fatigue. When it says test result, what that means is your fatigue check is then you have to roll basically whatever the minimum for the spell casting. So it's not a separate fatigue check level. It's so you're fine.
Okay.
That's fine. I was looking for enhancement because I think I'm just gonna. I don't. Who's closer to me at this point, Ritka or Vashard? One of them is just probably. You know
that
what?
was my other plan. I was like,
Vashard.
I'd either enhance
Vashard is closer
negatives.
to you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like reach for whatever bit of Vashard is closest to me and armor a leg and just try to do this enhancement. So try to beef Vashard a little bit.
Well, if you're still on the ground, then it would probably be a leg.
Yeah, that's
You
fine.
feel his muscly calf under his.
Yeah, that definitely goes off.
Yeah, and so that gets you. I've moved my screens around a little bit, so you get a +2 bonus because I only got a 16, right? I didn't get a 17.
No, you got a 16.
A girl can drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for 10 rounds, you can either take an advancement in
Strength
your
or dex.
strength or dex or both, because you got a +2, so you could spread it out if you wanted.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be both 2 dex actually.
Perfect. There you go. So I'll just grab onto his nice leg
Because
and let the enhancement
oh,
out.
I remember fighting these people, and I'm upping my defense. Yeah, we.
Then Ritka. What were you doing?
Yes. I was stabbed by a motherfucker, so I would like to stab him back.
Okay.
Just, basic standard.
Mhm.
And we want to end this quickly, so let's go for the two-handed sword.
And what are we fighting right now?
Punish assassins.
Oh,
Don't-
assassins, cool.
Don't worry
Cool, cool.
about it. It's
cool.
fine.
Cool.
So I guess minor action
Yeah.
is stand up because I was knocked down.
Beyond that, Vashard has not informed you of anything else that he knows about them.
That's fine. I'm guessing
yeah.
because somewhat familiar
Wait,
with Kernish
I'll
I'll do that.
Assassins.
I'll do that on my turn.
Delmay did describe what the vision she saw. So
Yes,
that's
the-
an out
the
loud. So you did hear that
Aeson-
part.
Aeson described black, stabs, massive pain from him, and then explosions.
15?
15 will hit.
9.
You hear a high-pitched scrape of just the worst nails on a chalkboard, even worse than on a steel plate when a sword strikes against it. This is somehow almost like that, more like a discordant chord on top of it, and just violin screech off a high E combined with nails on a chalkboard. All of you can hear this.
Interesting noise to come from a Kernish assassin. Okay.
Hmm.
Cool. Cool.
Russ.
Yes. So I cannot. So I'm up, circling. Have I seen the assassins?
I need you to make a perception check.
Okay, because I made that first one.
And you did
with-
not on the first one.
Right. So now I will make perception psychic, because that's like the switching to my next lens on my goggles.
Mhm.
As you do.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Suhis. 14.
there's something there. But, Russ, when you do this, I need you to do something for me.
Sure.
I need you to make a willpower courage test, please.
Cool. Cool. Everybody else, remember, who's not me, everybody not me, you all get a +1 to your willpower checks. Any willpower related test, you get a +1. As long as you can see me. As long as you're within sight of me, you get a +1. I do not get that bonus, but you all do. So I'm gonna just make that willpower
Courage.
So willpower. 18 with 6 stunt points.
Good. The stunt points aren't going to help you with anything at the moment because this is a defensive roll. It's not a action on your part.
But can I use the 6 stunt points to just look cool?
Yeah, it'll look really cool when you fly and you feel this gripping moment of terror that almost pulls you out of the sky, but you overcome it. And you know that there are 4 of these beings nearby. 2 that are currently engaged with your friends, family, and 2 more that are further in the trees, and somehow one of them is different than the others.
Different in that it's like psychic aura is bigger.
Perhaps, yes.
Yeah, like maybe it's like a more vibrant color, or whatnot. However, you know the.
I mean, all of their aura is soul-sucking, black void.
Yeah. Like
Literally.
bad. Yeah. Like not good auras, like bad auras. It doesn't look good. It looks bad. Yep.
And just sucking in everything around it.
That seems unhealthy. I am going to flash an image rather than words into the party line, which will be right, like, and it's sort of like it's like the overview of where I'm at, so you can sort of see the little dots that are the party with the 2 that are attacking, and then you can see that, like, sort of a bit brighter, these 2 dots that are further into the forest line, so that they can see that there are 2 other ones. Right, it's faster to sort of send this image, right, where so they can see that there are other ones there. And I send this image out to the team so they can see, right, where the danger is. And for my action, one of my actions, of course, is maintaining flight, and the other action will be to aid an ally. Actually, no, I think I'm too far away. Yes.
Yeah, you're not currently close enough.
I'm not close enough. I will take a defend for my major action.
Cool. All of you have gone. We're just gonna go in alternating order for this. It's not that big a deal. Oh, and on Vishard and Delme, I am gifting you with making sure that y'all remember your associated friends. Okay.
Yes. There's nobody. They're not close enough to where.
No, they're the
Whisper's
two
gonna
that
go,
you can. The 2 that Vishard has seen are still close to the tree line. So.
Yeah.
I mean, they could.
But everyone knows there are
charge
4
at
of
them
them.
if you wish.
But also, remember the ward is up, so
Mhm.
it also makes sense to stay.
No, and
close
knowing
by.
what I know about them, I'm not going to unleash anyone alone.
Good to know. They're going to... The two of your friends are going to come out. To make sure I have the right roll. And they're going to aim. And one is going to attack Ritka again for an 18.
Yeah, that hits.
For 14 damage.
6 of that will go through.
And it feels cold.
Huh.
Like that feeling of really cold frostbite as the blade kind of cuts through
Ooh.
your skin.
Interesting. Okay. Do I know what that means? I'm from the Kurnish military, like the Knights of the Skull.
You're Knights of the Skull. So
Yeah.
You can roll me cultural lore.
Okay, that's intelligence, right?
Yep.
Okay. What about historical lore?
Yes, that I will let
Okay.
you use historical lore.
13.
You've heard stories about these, but you've never encountered them. Really,
Okay.
you wouldn't have encountered them because you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
The Knights of the Skull are both the secret police and the enforcers of Kern.
Mm-hmm.
These are private assassin creations of the Lich King.
Yeah.
You
Wonderful.
would never have actually interacted with them. You
Gotcha,
didn't
gotcha.
take part in the war.
Mm-mm.
Vishard apparently knows what these are. You know the stories of these figures that would come in the night to remove those who opposed the Lich King, and they were said to be his strongest tools in personal support. There were rumors and children's stories about their victims bleeding but still frozen at the same time.
Interesting. Spooky.
And that they were never caught, and if they even ever were, that there was a failsafe that they took their victims with them as they died.
Oh, fun. Great. Cool. Good to know. Just gonna think about that as I get stabbed. That's
Yep.
all.
Hey, Fashard.
Yes, I was muted.
One of these guys is gonna run up to you because you're the other person with a sword. Hi.
Hi, a bow, but that's okay.
Yeah, the weapon. You shot at him. He's not
Yep.
happy.
Hello.
With a 15?
Shit, I have a 15 because of the spell. God damn.
Yep.
Is he targeting Vashard with a weapon?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
For 8 damage. It is a weapon.
Okay.
But now he's all up in your grill. Hi.
Yeah, I know. It's over. Just let me
As-
know when everyone that I play get to play.
It is all of your turn, as Vishard, you feel this cut of coldness again, and you remember, you know who these are, you know what they are, and you know exactly what they can do.
Yeah,
Well,
and
As much
I
as you've
probably
experienced.
know. Yeah, I probably remember that they explode.
I mean, it was very... You did report that when you showed up at the...
How close are they? The one in front of me, how close are they to everyone else in the party?
I mean, if you moved a few feet away, they're like Ritka had gone off to or moved over like the 5, 10, the 10, 15 feet to Fedor and Dimitri. So that one is up next to her, and then you're kind of in front. So maybe 10 feet from everyone else, except for Russ, who's, above you.
Okay. So I will try to hopefully maneuver them out of the way with some attacks so that, when they inevitably die, they don't damage everyone else around me. So as a free action, I will ready my sword.
Yep.
And just drop the bow.
Mm-hmm.
And as a minor action, I will aim, and I will strike. Take that. 11.
You strike out with the sword, and it just dodges slightly to the side and moves, and you remember
Nah.
how fast they are.
I'm gonna spend a conviction. Yeah, no, that roll was very low. What about a 15?
The 15 will hit.
Okay.
Are you spending your conviction or the party's conviction?
Oh, party. Do you mind if I spend party conviction?
Yeah, go for it.
Then I'm burning from the party. And they will take 13 damage from me.
That will do a lot more damage than... You
and then,
definitely hear the sound of the blade.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel that slight non-humanoid resistance. It doesn't feel like flesh under your blade anymore.
A 20 for Asen.
Oh, a 20 will hit. Asen will chomp down.
For 9 damage.
Yes, indeedy. Hi. Sorry, Asen.
Oh.
As Asen yelps and takes 12 damage as he bites down on this thing.
Yep. With or without armor?
With armor.
Oh, okay.
He still feels it.
Yeah, no, I know. It's just a lot less painful.
Yeah, he just is not happy about it, and he doesn't like it, and he really, really, really doesn't like it.
Yeah, sorry about that. And then I figure Ragnar doesn't know anything.
I mean, you haven't talked to Ragnar about it, nope.
So he's going to go in claw. So he just gets up on his hind legs and roar 14
It's...
for 20 damage.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Once
hey,
again,
Vishard.
Aminal's
Vishard.
MVP.
Hey, Vishard.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's gonna blow in my face. Like, I know that.
So 11 points of shrapnel damage to you, Ragnar, and Asen.
So we see an explosion.
Oh, well... Not really.
Oh, okay.
You might experience the rush of wind, the sound of an explosion, but there's no light, there's no heat. There's the collapse and propulsion of metal and plate armor as this thing is destroyed.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it's
That was
Delmay,
not
Cecilia.
cool.
So Russ had projected to us two further out.
One of which was bigger.
Yeah, and one just done did blow up. Is there another one immediately on us?
It's with Ritka.
Okay. I don't want to get in the middle of that, but I do want to offer. So, I think just
Here?
for
before you cast anything, if either one of us is casting out, does the ward block us?
I would think not.
No, the ward is a protection. It's not a wall.
Okay, so it's only just making sure it's incoming, not outgoing.
Yeah.
Alright.
And just no
Because that
point
would
of
be a
order.
terrible thing.
Since
Huh?
Cecilia has the party line, it's a minor action to maintain the party line.
That's fine. I think I'm gonna actually drop the party line. Well, no. I think what I think what Cecilia is going to do is she's kind of going to scurry a little bit closer to, like, out of the action, but not like because she can't reach out and help if needed. Mostly to try to cast second sight to like see if I can get anything else on the guys in the distance. Because right now I don't have a whole lot I can really. I can't cast psychic weapon and maintain the party line, and I can't really crawl to Rika and give her help right now.
Don't crawl to me and give me help. There's 2 people on the ground.
Yeah, well, I want to get a sense of the battlefield, and then I will probably go check on our
Ritka's
defected
fine.
friends.
Ritka still has 74 HP. She's fine.
But how does a 20 sound?
Oh, a 20 sounds like it will hit. It will be perfectly fine for your second sight.
Oh, and the 3 stunt points, which
Aren't probably
gonna
going to
look-
help you in this moment. But what are you looking at, Cecilia? What would you like
I-
to see?
I want to know more about the big one, the one that Russ pointed out, having the bigger aura.
You're going to look, Cecilia.
Oh.
You can glance around and you'll see a few things. You see those threads that bind Ritka and Vashard and Dimitri and Fedor to Lady Talis. You see the void of slow corrupting aura expanding out from these individual that is engaged with Ritka. You see another of these corrupting auras in the tree line. You see a second, much larger, pulsating, undulating, moving. Tall. There's a sense of menace, but also anticipation, enjoyment, focus. And then it seems to notice that you're there, that you're looking. And you get the sensation of just pleasure. Cecilia, your psychic shield is up?
Oh, always.
Cool. I need you to make an opposed test with me. Thanks. Bye.
Okay, which test?
It's your psychic. I need you to roll your psychic shield.
Okay.
Um,
There you are, psychic shield.
20 beats that 19.
But I do have stunt points.
But
that,
you have to.
Would it be
you
enough
have to
to?
win to get it. The stunt points to work.
Yeah. So I can't use it to boost me.
That's the point with stunt points. You have to succeed to get the stunt points to work.
Well,
And in an opposed
bollocks.
test, it doesn't. So in this moment that kind of stretches for eternity, this abyss stares back at you, Cecilia. And you are moving through in your mind. It seems to be looking back at you, and you feel certain memories of yours come to the forefront of your mind. And that weight that pressure that you hadn't felt in over 10 years comes back to you, pressing on you. And then that weight disappears, and the sensation of someone looking at you disappears, and you just hear the softest kind of, not a voice, not a words, not even a vocalization, but just a feeling of And then you feel that presence turn its intention and is staring at Bashard.
I think she would grab her head and just out loud be like, "Oh no, Bashard, they're..." It like tries to pick up the party line, just like, "Hi, danger, Bashard, something's coming for you."
Ready.
Let's go. Delme.
So I have to maintain total concentration on this ward, but how far ahead of me is Bashard? Like, how far out are people? Are they within a 40-foot rate? People?
No one's left a 40-foot radius.
Okay, so they're still there. My major action has to be maintaining the ward. So I'm just gonna focus on that since that seems to be the best use of my focus right now. But I think Asen next to Delme whimpers because not Asen. Whisper whimpers when she sees Asen get smacked, and even though Delme wants Whisper to stay by her side, she's not going to. She is going to run out, and given that the thing that hurt Asen went kablooey, right?
Yes.
So she's gonna go for the one engaged with Ritka.
Mm-hmm.
All right, she's got like one move, which is arr. So she's gonna. What's interesting is even if I level, like when I leveled up Whisper, her attacks or damage don't go up, which is.
I think you have to up your like your dex or your strength.
Well, there's no. I can talk about this later, but there's no mechanic that says when you go to an elite animal, like it says you can up these skills. It doesn't talk about like her bite attack.
Nope.
Her bite
it
attack
only...
continues to be a 5, and it has been since the beginning.
No. It depends because the plus of her bite attack would be. Let me check because it's the same for
the base
Asen.
is +5.
Yeah, but the base is accuracy plus the bite focus.
Okay.
So the bite focus is a +2. The accuracy is +3. Every time you up the accuracy, it will up the bite.
Exactly.
Okay, so her accuracy is actually 4 now. So
she's at
+6.
+6.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
the
have to go
table, the attack table doesn't update automatically
Oh, okay.
on
It
the
does-
sheet.
How
No,
does
it doesn't.
damage? How is damage calculated?
Damage is a d6
Mm-hmm.
plus strength
Mm-hmm.
plus. Why is my sheet all fucked up? Give me 2 seconds. Asen, come here. It's a d6 plus 1. That's the base.
Mm-hmm.
And then add to that the strength.
Okay.
And if you have chosen the talent Tooth and Claw,
I have.
then Whisper gets a +2.
Ooh, okay, so that is a +9. Dope. Okay.
Yeah, no,
let's
they
roll
are
first.
they can do serious damage.
I need to get some tooth and claw.
That will hit.
Are there any good?
That will
stunt
bite down,
points?
as it will definitely do so.
Let's see if there's any good stunt points for my girl to use. The goodest girl. Okay, well, I'll also roll damage in the meantime. While this thing loads.
So Whisper will deal 11 damage, and she will experience 14 damage as this biting, cold pain just comes shocking through her jaw.
Can
That
she...
armor mitigates that, so.
Yeah, but can she also use stunt points to she's got 4 stunt points. So can she use them to knock prone and set up?
Yeah. No, she can do everything else will happen. It's just the action of biting down causes this pain to radiate through her jaw.
She'll take that damage and she knocks this person prone, this thing, which any character making a melee attack against gets +1, and then she's also setting Ritka up. And
so that gives Ritka a +2.
That gives Ritka a +2.
Cool. I'm a
Ritka,
stab.
I think you're the only person who has not gone yet.
Yes.
And Russ.
Oh,
And Russ. I'm a stab because they're right in front of me.
Stab.
I'm a use a stab. So
I guess Whisper gave you a +3.
+3. Woo-hoo. So we'll add that to that. All right, we'll just roll it and then add it. 21.
Yes, you will definitely hit.
Cool. 9 again.
You hear again that scraping sound that just hurts under your soul.
Ooh.
Russ.
Russ, have the blips in the forest moved at all? Those two?
Nope.
All right. How far away are they from, like, how far, like, what's the distance between them and, everybody?
They're about 20 feet into the forest.
Okay. Russ is going to swoop down, using his minor action to go from circling to flying, is going to sort of swoop down and move, like, flying in right to that sort of forest edge so that Russ is right in between the 2 blips in the forest and the rest of the group.
Mm-hmm.
And Russ is, like, as Russ swoops and flies and is going to sort of concentrate, and it's dark, so you really can't see Russ's amazing plumage. But as Russ sort of flies in, there's like a little circle you can see at the tips of his wings, and they begin to glow. And as he moves in, he just begins to glow brighter and brighter and brighter until a light of pure, uncorrupted goodness emerges from him. And any creatures or beings or whatnots who are any dark fiend, unliving creature, or anyone who has embraced corruption must make a willpower, faith, or self-discipline test against a 17 in order to stay in the area. If they fail, they have to leave. And they cannot, if they want to either enter the area or stay in the area, they have to beat that 17.
Cool. That's 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2. That's 3. The one in the woods, the smaller of those 2 things, starts to turn and run.
And my radius is 30 feet, right? So
the first was the one engaged with Ritka. The second is the secondary person in the woods that you don't know about, or you don't know what's going on
what
with
they
them.
are. Yeah.
And then the third was that larger presence.
Yeah.
And that larger presence turns its attention briefly to you, Russ, and just you feel, even though you cannot you cannot see, not because of the darkness, because you can see through the dark.
Yeah.
There's just this mask of this of skull, and you realize it's like Ritka's Knight of the Skull mask, but somehow different. It's obsidian, not metal. It's shifts and seems to bring light in instead of refracting light out. And you feel this sensation of just, oh, you tried. Good for you.
I kia real hardcore though, you know? Yeah, because I'm, you know, and like, I've got, you know, yeah, we'll see. I am making myself a little bit of a, I mean, I'm glowing. I'm a bit of a target, is the point. And I'm right there. Just, you know, I'm a bird.
Well, that one next to Ritka is going to make an attack and swing their sword.
From prone?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just curious as to.
And for the record, because I'm flying, I am within melee range of people. They can try to hit me if they would like.
Yeah.
Melee wise.
Uh-huh.
Just wanted to put it out there.
Ritka, they're not swinging a sword at you, they're swinging a hand at you.
Okay.
No.
Does a 13 get through your
That
defense?
is my defense.
Cool. Ritka,
Yes.
I have to make sure I do this right. Ooh. Yes, I thought so. You feel as this hand grips onto your leg, this moment of overwhelming tiredness as you will lose 8 HP directly through armor.
I was gonna
and
say,
you are
because that's exactly my armor. So.
drained. And
Okay.
that's what it does.
A little tired. I will stab you better next turn.
The figure in the woods doesn't do anything, it's just standing and watching. Although that's not actually true. Vishard,
Oh no.
No.
you
Oof.
feel the weight of this gaze upon you. You've felt it before.
Is it more of a doom gaze, or is it more of a senpai noticed me gaze?
It's more of a, they watched you through the trees before and were intrigued.
Oh, then I do the whole Frodo falls down on his knees. I need a trusty hobbit next to me to say I can't go on anymore.
You can. You like I look, I am inspiring right now. I'm a glowing
Oh,
beacon
that's true.
of all the goodness, and I'm also inspiring. Like
You're a
that's,
glowing burb.
I am. I'm a glowing symbol of all that is good and not corrupt. And I also just have the inspiring talent. I'm just telling you,
it's
very
not
inspirational.
doing it's not doing anything. There's no mechanics. You just feel it and you know it's there.
No, but I think I'm gonna use what Trooper just said.
Mhm.
Let me know whenever it's my turn.
I mean, it is your turn. They're
Okay.
not doing anything. They're literally just watching.
How far away?
About 20 feet beyond Russ, and Russ is about 10 feet from you.
So 30 feet away.
Yeah.
So could I potentially reach them if I charged?
Possibly, yes.
Then got inspired by the glowing Russ, who tried everything last turn, I believe. I am not going to let Russ fight against this. That's the person with the skeletal mask, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna charge it.
I mean, you've met before.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna turn to whoever's next to me. I don't know if Cecilia is still next to me. But I'll just say, get everyone to safety. And I'll charge with Russ.
Can't hear you, Cecilia.
Oh no, my thing died. I was saying as soon as Bashar takes off, she's like, "No, be safe too."
Yes. I mean, if I die, I become a vampire, so I can't really die anyway.
Don't want that to happen.
So yeah, I'm going to do a whack at them.
Go ahead and whack away.
And since it's a charge, I also get a +1 to it, so I am now finally not saddled with any penalties.
And we all watch as you charge somebody very, very dangerous alone without backup.
Oh, no, the animals are following.
Okay, that's good.
No. When I say I mean
Okay.
I and my zoo.
Okay. Still worried though. It's fine. It's fine.
An 18?
Yeah.
An 18 would hit.
Oh.
Yeah, you said wood.
Yeah. You swing through, and this creature image dissolves and vanishes like smoke.
Son of a. Well, at least he's not looking anymore.
Now there's just the individual engaged with Ritka.
Well, then I'm gonna burn a point of conviction.
Yours are
To
the
have
parties, because you
mine.
still have 4.
Mine to charge to gain a second major action.
Okay, so you're burning your own conviction rather
Yeah.
than the parties.
party.
Okay.
I love it. You ran forward, now you're running back.
It's like ah!
Yes, kidding.
Cool. Go ahead and charge.
I think as I charge back to Ritka, I'll just shout to Cecilia, "Okay, never mind, it's okay."
Oh. Just kidding. Okay.
And that would be a
14 hits.
15.
Well, then a 15 will hit, definitely.
Okay. With 5 action points, so I love that. I think I'm going to go with how many action points do I have?
You said you had 5, is that correct?
5.
Do you
Okay.
want 6?
Could I get 6 for free?
Do you need 6? Is that important for you?
Because
Um,
that intensity of a bond relationship.
Let me see. I could do this, so that's 4. 4, 7. No, I would need 7 if I wanted to do that. Okay, 3, 6. Yeah, if I can get one more, I can set up Ritka.
You know, Vishard, as I'm glowing there in the woods, you know that you are my hands and I am your eyes.
Oh.
And that I trust you with my life. And that I am here to support you become the leader that I know you can be. And because of that, you may have one more stunt point from me.
I think in his mind, Vashard is going to use these stun points basically to show Russ that, despite the fact that I'm about to become a creature of corruption, that, I want to make Russ proud. And I can achieve things despite the fact that I'm soon going to probably have to be put down. So I'll use my 6 stun points to do lightning attack and setup.
Okay, well, roll your first points of damage.
Yes.
Yeah, guy's been stabbed twice already. He might not, and bit. He might not make it.
Okay, 13.
No. That was the really nice thing about what he just did to you, Ritka.
Oh.
There's still you hear that sound of grating on armor. You know it well. Kind of really eerily high-pitched off-key strings and discordant chords mixed with nails on a chalkboard. So yeah, go ahead and roll your second lightning attack.
Oh,
13.
A 13 will not hit, however.
Okay,
But you still do set up Ritka.
that's good. And the animals don't follow because, you know, conviction-wise, I'm not gonna burn everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm setting up a nice combo where I'm just going to slide in and spin the sword to hit them behind the knee,
I mean,
so that they're
technically
like,
still no, wait. It'd be 14.
They are still prone. They
are still
didn't get
prone,
up.
They never
Yeah.
stood up, so it's +1. So
Oh.
14 would play it.
yeah. Oh, they were prone.
Whisper
Yeah,
knocked
they-
her down.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, then yeah. I'm-
That's why I was like, don't worry, but they'll be stabbed a lot soon.
So do I get damage on the second one too?
Yeah, you will because of the +1 from being prone. Yeah.
11.
Cool.
I roll like crap tonight.
You and me both.
Uh,
For damage,
I
at
mean,
least for
they're
me.
still alive, barely.
Not for long.
Yes, Ritka, what would you like to do?
I would like to stab, please.
And Whisper's next to you going, grrr, like cheering you on.
And I've got a +3 because it's prone and I'm being set up.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, 17.
Yes.
And then, I was going to make that an all-out attack as well. So 14 damage. There we go.
You stab downward, and that slight twist is the same moment as the entire being explodes. So you, Whisper, and Vashard will all take 16 damage
That's fine.
that will be mitigated by armor.
Oh, good. That's even better. So
goodness
8.
gracious.
My poor girl.
6. Ow.
What is that sound? What is that sound?
That's the sound of me having lost a third of my life.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, don't worry, we'll heal you.
Hey, Vashard,
Don't like that. I
oh
do not
no.
like it when the DM says, hey.
I think
Whisper."
no,
Yeah, me
I'm
neither,
sorry,
don't
but
like
this
it.
is the title of tonight's episode. I think you said it like 4 times already.
Hey,
hey,
Vashard.
Vashard.
Hey, Bashard.
Hey,
Listen.
Richard.
Yeah, what is it?
I think Prax
You-
is Pavlovian training us all to get like, have our hair stand on end every time the word "hey" comes out of her mouth.
You said you were really inspired by Russ.
I mean, look at me, Dad. I'm stabbing a guy when he's prone on the ground, defenseless.
I'm very
Look
proud
at
of
me
you,
now,
son.
Dad.
He's siphoning life out from my ankle. He's
He
not
was.
completely
He
defenseless.
Oh, okay.
was.
There you
Yeah.
go.
But more importantly, you said that bright golden light, and you wanted to even continue on even after you were possibly about
Yeah.
to fall into the clutches and control of Lady Talis. Roll me a Constitution stamina, and you get a +1 to this one.
13.
You know, we've got some group conviction.
Yeah, there's some
left.
conviction, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
like 4
yep.
of it, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna
we
burn
already
one.
finished the. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna burn
Just-
one.
Do
like
it, do
2
it,
or
girl.
3.
Bashard. Oh,
So that's my third failure, right?
Technically, this one didn't count for your.
Okay.
This is a
It's
bonus.
a freebie.
It's a freebie.
Okay.
Spin the other 3 conviction. Just go.
just one more.
keep
Just
rolling.
one more.
Just one more.
Just
2
one
more.
more.
I'll
2
go
more.
enough.
3 more.
I'll burn one more.
Burn
I
one
want you to
more.
know that I've got
I have
amazing
so
feathers.
much conviction from the first season. I'm never gonna have to need to go dip into the group.
It still is going to be a
Yeah.
14. Plus 1, a 13. So
Again, same thing.
Yep.
Same roll.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dice don't lie.
this,
there's some more.
yeah, but
yeah,
I
there's
feel,
still 2 more.
yeah, but
There's
I
two
feel
more.
like
This-
spamming conviction is kind of cheating.
Except that then we don't
You
have
feel
conviction.
so inspired, though. You know, it's just
Okay, fine. Here's another
The whole
one.
point of conviction
And
is.
God!
I'm going to
Oh my
burn,
god!
and I'm going to burn the last one.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Yeah, do it.
Do it.
Wow.
There you go. All of our blessings
Wow.
are gone. Thank you, chat.
Thank
But
you,
roll
chat.
20.
Also,
Thank you, chat.
burn it
And-
on fire.
And you
Burn your
know,
dice
thanks for
tonight.
trying, Ashard. That's all we can ask for. Is that's all.
So I want to know, is it because you just don't love your bird dad enough? Is that what it is? Is that like why?
Oh, good. Okay, now that Trooper said that, I'm going to roll one more time.
Oh. Oh.
With your own conviction.
Okay, good. That's what I thought.
Stop
That's
that.
what you get, Trooper.
He messed with the fatigue.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think. Yeah.
He intentionally
No, that-
decided to be emo. I hate my
Yes.
dad moment.
Yeah. No.
Gotcha.
Oh my
I
god.
was like, what?
I am being guilt tripped by Russ because apparently I'm not good enough for him.
No. Russ is not guilt tripping you. I am guilt tripping
Trooper.
you.
Oh, okay. Of
Oh,
course.
Not mad,
Richard, you
just
haven't even
disappointed.
discovered what's gonna happen when Delmay starts guilt tripping you.
I'm very
Hey,
excited for this.
Rivka will never guilt trip you.
Oh, do you
I'll
not
help you
think
process
Delmay
all
is
this
going to
guilt.
give you shit
Thank
for
you.
not fighting off vampire sickness? Like,
Uh-huh.
right after everything that just happened?
Uh-huh.
I am
Uh-huh.
literally doing my best. It's just that my best is an average 7.
There's a reason she hasn't started yet.
Uh-huh.
I would like to say, as you had this moment of revitalization, and you don't feel quite as tired as you did. You don't feel quite as drained and damaged as you did. You all hear the sounds of a large creature landing nearby. Ritka.
I have a question though. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. My purifying light is still up, and if that is a creature that has either a dark fiend or undead or has embraced corruption, it must also make a roll to enter this area.
Embraced corruption.
Mhm.
Hey, Russ.
I don't know if
Hey,
that counts or
Russ?
not. I don't know if
Russ?
that counts or not. Yes.
You turn to look the same as Ritka because it's a large creature landing in the middle of. I mean, that's better.
Yeah, but it's not the skin. Never mind.
Yeah.
This large creature lands and you hear it and you look. Ritka, you feel this presence in your mind for the first time in 5 years. It is your goodest boy Carnage, but he doesn't look the same.
How does my baby look?
Mm-hmm.
Better?
Oh,
Less corrupt, probably.
yeah, maybe he went on his own anti-corruption journey. I don't know.
I mean, he kind of did. There was no one there to tell him to eat people or drop them from Hull Heights, and he was kind of alone
Or
for a
set
while.
them on fire and
Set them
stuff.
on
There's
fire.
yeah.
I mean,
A lot of stuff.
have you ever seen a instead of like those jet black scales and that dark
Mhm.
veins of like magma underneath, it's kind of he looks kind of like a blue gray. There's also like the beginnings of a
Like when
plumage.
he hatched.
Yeah, like when he
Back
hatched.
to his
and-
hatchling colors. Oh.
and there's almost like the beginnings of like a plumage around his skull. And he looks very happy to see you.
Oh, that means she needs to move away from everybody else. I think she'll just be like, Cecilia, can you make sure Fedora and Dimitri are still alive? And like moving forward and away from the group so that way if he gets really happy and his tail or his wings start going, then nobody gets smacked. No trees get knocked over.
He is extremely happy to see you. He is so much more calm.
Carnage. And Kernish, because I don't think he knows Alden. He might. I don't know, but just
Mm-hmm.
and Carnage. The big old turn yelling Carnage.
And we will close on this image of friendly moment of a wyvern, like head snuffling Ritka, but it looks healthy, not evil, corrupt.
And just how big is the size comparison for the audience who have not seen Carnage before?
I mean, aren't you about the size of
really.
Carnage's head?
I think so. Yeah.
That's what we
like
determined.
the height.
The height of
his
your head is about the height of you. So literally, you could walk into his mouth.
Yeah.
Uh,
Good boy, though.
I'm still looking psychically for those blips because I don't know if they're still there but invisible or not. That's all.
No, there's no blips there.
Okay.
And we leave on this image of Carnage ruffling into Ritka. The others, well, Cecilia checking on Fedor and Dimitri. We'll find out about them next week. And just the smallest little brush in Vashard's mind. The feeling of a long, nailed hand kind of ruffling along the hairs at the back of his neck, and then drifting along, away. Just the little slightest sensation. But that's where we end this premiere of season 2. How we doing, everybody? We have fun?
Yeah. We sure did.
Oh yeah.
We okay? We doing all right?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to hug Vashard, but, I can't.
Well, you can with your wings and just.
Yeah.
But I mean, right now it's a little awkward, because we're at work.
You're always at
Oh
work.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When are you not at work, Dad?
Okay,
You're
now
always
now
at
you're
work.
shaming me for being a workaholic. I see exactly how.
Why
it
are
is.
you lying to me, Dad?
First off, I didn't lie. I just misdirected the conversation. It was just like it was.
Oh, yeah, and Delmy noticed.
What?
Actually, Russ, you did lie.
I have never met her mother.
You did.
Not that he knows of.
Do you know what lying is?
He
On
does
the
not know that he met
chart.
her mother.
Oh, okay. So, that's a thing. But, thank you all for being here. Thank you for playing. Thank you all for being back again. I'm gonna let my wonderful players go around, share some love with everybody, and let me know where we can find you all on the internet for the next week until we see you all again here next week. Let's go in reverse order this time. So we're going to start with to my left on the overlay with Simon. Hey Simon, how you doing? How you feeling?
Yeah. I am feeling great. Vashard is Vashard. Otherwise, I am super happy that we got to get back together for season 2. And I kind of missed this group. Kind of missed the whole dynamic that we have. That was very fun. And even though I'm gonna die, I say that, but really, like, out of game, Simon has no issue with anything that's happening because it'll be fun regardless of what happens.
I mean,
And-
technically, if you fail, you just become an impermanent vampire thrall. You become a vampire, have vampire stats. And Lady Talis can order you to do whatever she wants, whenever she wants, and any form of contact that she has
yeah,
with you,
she
including
can.
psychic.
And that's when Russ is going to try to kill Vashard with his beak, just like pecking at him real hard.
Mm.
It'll be
Good
like
luck.
the movie The Birds from Hitchcock, but only one bird. So like not a whole like flock of birds, just
so
one.
It's birdemic.
And all I
God.
imagine is like Russ going peck, 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 and Richard going, ow, quit it. Ow, quit it. Peck, peck, peck.
But yeah, otherwise you can find me this week. Tomorrow is still a little up in the air for Icewind Dale. We're gonna see, I'll tweet during the day, see, or maybe more like afternoon-ish Eastern, see if we have a game or not. Then on Wednesday, we're getting back here for some Witcher, and we're gonna have some talk, Trooper and I, because there are unresolved misunderstandings.
I call
gonna
them
talk
failed
too.
rolls, is what I call them.
Hey, same in
That's
this
definitely
game.
a word for it.
I just seem to always disappear with Yonto's boyfriend. And,
In mysterious ways where like everybody talks. It's fine.
yeah. But otherwise, yeah, so Wednesday here for Witcher. Thursday, we are closing the first run of 6 issues of our Sentinels of the Multiverse game, which means that we are like end of the tutorial type of thing, and getting into the main intrigue of our campaign. So if you like superheroes, and also if you like screwing up with the players through our trading card game mechanic, you can come and be featured as the eponymous chat in danger. That seems
Look,
to
I
happen
would just
every
like to
freaking time.
I would just
All
like to
the time.
say that chat has been in danger, but more importantly, Godless Lawyer is chat in danger. Like,
Yeah.
how many times, like, Godless Lawyer
Yeah.
has become Lois Lane?
Oh, nice.
Basically, yeah.
Well, and Anaya, I was glad this is the first episode Anaya wasn't the one who had to save chat. Like, I mean, she did, but somebody else did too. It was nice.
Yeah, well, it's just it happens like every other turn.
I know.
It's chat is like a 2-year-old that just learned to walk in a non-baby proofed house.
Yeah.
And
It's so
then
fun,
yeah, on Friday we're back with some cyberpunk. And then on Saturday it's Scion, and then on Sunday we're gonna be back here for some. I say we. I keep talking to myself in the royal we apparently today. But I'm gonna be back here for Blue Rose. Woof, I'm done.
It's you and the vampire in your head. It's fine.
Yeah, and all the animals.
All of the animals. So many animals. And then directly underneath Simon, hey Lindy, how we doing? Did you have fun tonight?
Hi.
And share some love.
Of course, I had fun tonight. This was a blast. I missed playing with you guys, and goodest boy Carnage is here, so never fear. Everything's gonna be great. I think he and Russ are gonna be great friends, because they can both soar in the skies together, and they'll have so much fun. I think the potential.
Sense Russ's disdain from here.
I think the possibility is there. I mean, if Russ is open-minded enough to befriend an obviously not corrupt wyvern, I mean, why would he not want to befriend an uncorrupted, intelligent creature? It's beyond me, but that's fine.
I love all of nature.
See, you're gonna love Carnage then. He's great. He's such a good boy. And can't wait to see what happens next
Really?
time. And I hope that the assassins didn't kill Fedor and Dmitri, because that would be bad or sad. Rit could get sad. So yeah, you can find me online at Life Love Lindy. On the internet in general. There will be Dungeons and Dragons tomorrow and Tuesday night on my channel for Wanderlust in Wildmount and Mists of Ravenloft. They're in Aslan's Castle in Ravenloft, just going around trusting their trusty tour guide, Skeeper the Imp.
Oh, okay.
going to the Tower of Magic. It's gonna be fine. I wouldn't worry about it. They also freed all of the prisoners from the lower dungeon. I wouldn't worry about that either. And they're traveling along with them. It's gonna be great. Tune in for that. And of course, Witcher on Wednesday. I am so excited. My character's now married. And, terrible fun things are going to happen. And a lot of good conversations. I'm very intrigued. And then I think that's pretty much it for now. Some stuff will be picking up hopefully soon in the next month or so. And yeah, thank you so much. This was a blast.
Always, always, always. And then directly underneath me, hey Trooper, how you doing?
I'm
Russ?
doing very well. Russ is, trying to be very supportive of his son, of his boy, and he's trying to be very inspirational. You want to set up your colleague, not definitely colleague, not Airsat's son, up for success. And certainly he is not going to succumb to fang sickness, because having to kill him would not be fun for Russ. I would be really amused to watch Russ try and fail to kill Bashard, who's a combat monster. It'd be hilarious. Russ wouldn't like it. I would laugh. What great session. I'm going to give my love. I've been trying to think, who am I going to give my love to? It's very difficult. I feel like I should, because there's really, I think, two choices. I think there are two really obvious choices. And which one do you choose? Bashard's abs or Bashard's calf? Because I think both of those are really good choices, to give the love to for this session. But it's hard to choose between them. I think I might have to go with the calf, though. So
I was gonna tell you to pick the calves.
Yeah. Oh, see. Listen, I both understand. The calf. The calf is the one. Much love, of course. I would I think I'm gonna give a love to a moment. I really loved Delme and Cecilia in that beginning of that combat when Delme was like, ward, Cecilia's like, rush in, and aid. There was it was kind of it felt very well-oiled team, and it was just hey, well-oiled team, love it. It was a very nice sort of action moment where I could have seen it, I could see it in a film. So that is my love. You can find me, I'm still not completely unpacked, but I'm working on it. But you can find me on Wednesday for Witcher Wednesday, where all of the midsummer sex comedy farce misunderstandings will continue happening. I am 100% certain, because the dice say none of the confusions will be cleared up ever. It's gonna be all of that, what? You love my boyfriend? No, but wait, I'm actually just wearing this maid's costume for no reason. It'll all be, it'll all work out. And I'm very excited for it. You can find me Thursday over at my channel, playing The Long Dark, but on Friday. So here's the thing. I have a Discord. You should join it if you like. On Friday at o'clock.
You can put the link in, Trooper.
Okay, I don't know it off the top of my head, but the point is that on Friday on Discord, I'm going to show a screening of a documentary that I'm a talking head in. And if you want to watch this documentary, you have to join my Discord, and then on Friday, we can watch it together on my Discord. I think 7, right? I think 7 o'clock is when I do these things, right? Yes, I think so. Anyway, I'm going to put a post about it. If you don't want to watch it in my Discord, you can watch it at the New Art Cinema in Los Angeles or the Franchement in New York. It's in a couple of places. It's called No Ordinary Man, and it's about the jazz musician Billy Tipton, who was a trans man in the 50s and 60s, and it's a documentary about it. It's kind of cool. If you want to watch my channel, you can hang out and watch it with me on my Discord. And I think that's probably illegal, but it's private. We're gonna hang out with Discord, and then that's me.
No, it's just like you're doing a viewing in your home.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Just you're doing a viewing in your home.
Eastern.
That is a good question. 7, which time zone?
Eastern.
And then Cecilia.
You're breaking my heart.
Breaking my heart. Oh no.
I mean,
so
if you did not see the solo episode for Cecilia last week, I got a verklempt out of Alyssa. I got verklempt out of Alyssa.
Yeah, it's a not uncommon fact that I don't cry like very easily or very
Oh.
often. It's a very like, it's like a big deal. Like I make a joke that it's like I can point to you the things that have made me cry, like in pieces of media and stuff like that. But like that was the closest I have ever come to crying was by the end of that solo session. So it was great. It was wonderful.
She got me
many
crying. I
So
was
many
like,
tears.
Oh, I know.
So many
I know.
tears.
I remember. I watched.
the tears were there. I was like, I feel like you can't tell because I'm wearing a mask, but I was like, oh no, she got me. I was like, oh, it was great.
Yeah. It was an experience. But yeah, as for me, I'm on the internet at Xander Slamilton on Twitter, and I am currently doing nothing else right now, which is fine with me. I'm cool with just being, a little bit of a carefree lurker on stuff that everybody's doing.
Oh, you're
But
not
yeah.
doing anything right now. Interesting.
Oh.
I'm gonna just note that for later.
Trooper's
in the
like,
top
what?
left? There's a text that says Russ will remember that. Trooper
Yeah,
will remember
Yeah,
that.
you find it out of the like 65 other tabs that are open in Trooper's brain at any given moment, and then we'll talk, okay?
Close the damn tabs.
I
Sorry,
know.
I am
How
contractually
many-
obligated to say that.
I don't judge you.
live your life, but also anxiety about tabs.
I have anxiety when I don't have tabs open because I'm telling you, when I close them, then I'm like, dang it, I needed that thing, and now I can't remember what it was, and then I don't do
I
the
feel
thing.
you.
You know what
You know
happens?
what
Get it.
helps with tab anxiety? ADHD blindness. Because then you
You know
stop
what else
seeing
you can
tabs
do
that
if
are
you
open.
close a tab? Close a tab, shift control or command, depending on what you're on, shift command T or shift control T. The tab that you just closed reopens.
But
Oh.
also, if they didn't want us
Or-
having tabs open, why would they let us like stack them?
Chaos.
Or you could hit Control Shift N and just open an incognito tab and then pretend you're not surfing and opening a bajillion more tabs because you're incognito.
For the record, I closed like 3 tabs the other day.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I did open 5 more, but that is not the point.
Well,
I have to have tabs open for all of my games. Anyway.
Hey, cool. Hey, Pooja, how you doing?
Oh,
How you feeling?
Hello. I'm good. And I was just looking at my windows and I'm like, oh look, I have different tabs for different games. And let's talk about what that is. Everybody, I am Pooja. You can find me on Twitter at Pooja. And when I'm not here on Sundays, you can find me on Tuesdays on Manapot Studios channel. Their Flights of Fandom series where we do collaborative fan fiction set in tabletop verses where we reclaim fandoms from toxic creators and toxic fans and make it queer because that's fun. Next Wednesday, you can find me for another session of the Omens Rising playtest on Craftic RPG's channel. Omens Rising is a new game system being created by a bunch of people, including Chris Geary, who was in chat earlier. I don't know if they're still around, but I am one of the culture writers for that game, and I'm very excited to get to play test a character from my culture on stream. So that'll be really fun. And then Thursdays, you can find me over on Simon's channel, Wandering DM, playing Sentinels of the Multiverse, and where every week we do a new issue of a comic book, with so to speak, and it's a lot of fun. And Simon already went over all of the crazy. It's the most interactive game I've ever been in terms of chat, which the craziest shit happens, and it's great because you can't prepare for it. So it's a great test of all of us being on our toes at all times. And yes, next Sunday during the daytime, I will be guesting on another Manapot Studios game where I'm playing Starfinder for the first time, and that's really fun. my character's conceit is that they are big and brawly and a guard, but sound like Mickey Mouse because I can. So you can find all of the links to all those channels on my Twitter bio. So and that's where I will be posting more stuff. So I'll hope to see you around in any of those streams. But if not, over here next week.
Indeed, indeed. We'll see you all back here on Sunday for the next session of Romance the Blue Rose.
Wait, Pract, you didn't introduce where you're going to be.
Give me a sec.
Yeah.
I'm about to get there.
Okay, I just was afraid you were going to forget yourself, but we love you so much. I would never want that to happen.
No.
Because you're so great, and you
Thank
torture
you.
us the best way.
I appreciate that.
Feel, Sniper?
Yeah, I mean, we have an emote for that now. So, as for me, hey all, you know me. I'm at Deirdre on Twitter, Praxagorthesmia4 you see me around here on Twitch. And as Trooper and Lindy and Simon were saying, Witcher Roads Home Season 2, 7 p.m. Eastern, here on the channel. It's an hour earlier for the first couple episodes because, you know, things in life, and we wanted to make sure that everyone got to see us all. But there is a note card right here. See, I got a note card. We had our Season 2 Session 0 last week. There were decisions made, actions taken, choices decided that led to my note card. And we will see you here at 7 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday for all of Yanto, Brenna, Ardzo, and Kadern's wonderful choices and decisions, and all of the things that are going on in the background. Then I will be over on Simon's channel at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Cyberpunk Red. We had Season 5 premiere. Thank you, Trooper, for that wonderful subscription. And for that wonderful subscription. And but for Season 5 premiere was last week. My disaster child Trins is just being herself and apparently, you know, making friends and influencing people, just being smiling and charming and making things go boom. Also, she now has a flying AV, so there's that. And a 50 cal that she can mount underneath it. Because, you know, a helicopter with a 50 cal mount is an appropriate thing. And then we'll be back here next Sunday for more Romance of the Blue Rose. And there are still at least two more rolls before everybody gets to Aldis. You have another week of travel before you get there. Before, we'll see what happens. But until next time, everyone, we're gonna go ahead and raid Johnny, because, like, it's Sunday night, so we should have to raid Johnny. That's the rules. I'm sorry. That's how it works. But we'll see you next time, everybody. Bye-bye.